podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Sunday edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We don't have any fights to discuss yet, but they are back Tuesday and Thursday, so we're going to be talking some boxing. Plus, there's a lot of very interesting news and notes to discuss. We got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury back in the news as if they don't already dominate boxing headlines, but this time, part 3 could take place on Boxing Day in Australia. We'll give you all the details, but it would actually take place right over here in America on Christmas Day. So, let that sink in for a little while. Then we got topic number 2, Ryan Garcia, the super red hot Instagrammer, is kind of out of opponents. No longer is Jorge Linares, Mario's favorite champion, going to be facing Ryan due to travel bans, and instead they're throwing the names Mercito Gesta or Hector Tanajara. And Joshua, leg injury, Joshua at the Black Lives Matters movement in his part of the country, and Joshua maybe with some very controversial words during his Black Lives Matter speech that is garnering him some unnecessary hatred, I would say. But you're entitled to your own opinion and to make up your decision when you get all the facts. And then we're going to talk about everyone's favorite Willie Wonka ticket recipient, Willie Monroe Jr. is said to be getting the Canelo Alvarez Willie Wonka sweepstakes ticket. We were campaigning for Gabriel Rosado, but it looks like, DAZN knows how to save a buck or two. But these are just the 4 main topics that we're going to be shooting around. We've got a bunch of different news and notes, especially something you want to tune in. A current fighter that's supposed to be fighting this week just tested positive. Stick around to find out what they tested positive for and how serious it is. But yeah, my name is Nestor Gibbs. You already know. Hit that thumbs up button in the future, present, past. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. We're going to go on out to some of the co-hosts hailing from around the globe.
I am the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
I know you're booing me because I whipped your fighter's ass, but that's boxing.
On this side of the pond, we're serious, do you know what I mean? UK Great Britain boxing is on the map.
My God, I feel terrible. I feel terrible that I'm living in your red free.
Yo, what's up, people? This is your voice from across the pond. This is Coach Mide out here. Very happy to be back on a Sunday night edition, and I'm looking forward to speak about the topics we've got on the card. Obviously, Tyson Fury and Wilder, but, I wish we could just jump right into the AJ talk, right? Because that's what I'm really looking forward to. But, hey, I'm going to have to wait, so on to the next one.
It's me, Mario.
Yo, what up? Shout out to everybody here. What up, Mitty?
Doomy, Ness, holler at everybody. I was hoping Enrique would be here, Cash Mash, so that I could personally on air thank him for these dope shirts. Look at this thing right here. Super, super nice. Got him in. I got him in Friday, but I didn't I couldn't find the key to the mailbox until today. So I got it today, really. And I'll be showing you know what? I'll wait till he gets on here. Actually, I'll use it for my outro. I'll show everybody my Bud Crawford Spence shirt. It's got like a comic book theme, which I'm also into comic books too. So it was like a perfect match for me. But this shirt right here, the Boxing Voice shirt, I don't know if y'all can see it. He's worn it before. Yo, it did not do it justice. I'm telling y'all, this shirt right here is so sick. It's just slick. The design, it's like it moves kind of. Like, I don't know, it's really, really dope. Super underrated shirt. Take my word for it. Hit him up. But what up, fellas?
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynch the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match.
I hope you're enjoying the weekend. Welcome to the flagship show Sunday. Shout out to the Patreon family, YouTube family. Yeah, Tyson Fury Wilder maybe he's gonna go down.
Doomy, you might need to restart, man. Something's wrong with them settings. Like I told you, still way too low. Something has changed on your end.
Yeah, it's a little low, but he sounds clear though. It's crazy.
Super low. It's crazy. I got all my volume up. Am I still a little bit low?
That's better right there. When you talk closer to the mic, that's better.
All right, I'm gonna talk closer to the mic while we get that thing fixed out. But champ, yeah, man. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Welcome to the flagship show, Patreon family, YouTube family. Yes, the Tyson Fury Wilder going to go out there and maybe battle it out in Aussie country. We mentioned Australia as being a place where we can, hold this event and other events. Sure can get a crowd going. We'll speak on more with the fellas and the few. But Cash Weezy in the building, the boutique designer. You know what I'm saying? Shirts is going viral.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw a fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab. You know my fundamental. Right? Boxing voice. Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him, right?
I saw the fight too.
I think you accurate.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, Doomy. Champ, what up? Yo, but Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, of course, caught my attention fighting in Australia. But big Anthony Joshua speech in a protest in the UK definitely caught my attention. His injury definitely on my attention. And Willie Monroe on the radar of Canelo. Is Willie Monroe equal to Maurice? What's my man name? Maurice. Damn, what's his last name? He wanted to fight Spence. Nobody know? Let's chop it up then.
Lee.
Maurice Lee. Like, Maurice damn, Lee. Are we doing that to Willie? Are we putting him in there as like food?
Yo, everybody has a role to play. And look, you want to consider Willie fool, he going to consider this the biggest opportunity of his career. It's up to him to make the best of it. That being said, let's stick to the script. We're going to go to topic number 1. We're talking Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder III. It could take place on Boxing Day in Australia, and it could actually take place here in America, Christmas Day in the U.S. Aussie promoter Dean Lonergan is talking to Bob Arum and said that this is an idea he's put forward for Bankwest Stadium. Now, only piece of information that I'll give you is don't doubt it, because this is the same guy that put together Pacquiao versus Horn. And when he was doing that and the rumors were let out the bag, people thought that was going to be, fake. So now he actually did it. So he actually built a relationship with Bob, and here he is again, back in the news. Australia obviously hasn't been hit as hard with C-19. I got hit by our correspondent in, Australia. He does work for us from time to time. Now he's actually with Fox Australia, but Mickey Caparelli. And the first thing he asked me is, are you coming? And I'm like, do you think it's real? He's like, yo, I doubted this guy once. I won't do it again. I don't know that I'll come with a 20-something hour flight, but, yo, sounds interesting.
Very interesting. Just for clarification, the fight takes place in Australia on Christmas Day in America, but the fight is happening in Australia, which is kind of tricky if you are like a Christmas celebrator and a fighter at the same time, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to be real. I've never had nothing to do on Christmas. We Hispanic, we like to stay up till 12:01. And it's midnight, now it's 12:01 a.m. We let the kids open gifts at that time. So having a fight to help me stay up till midnight, I'm with that.
I'm with that 100%.
Yeah, and it's like the 24th going on the 25th, or the 25th going on the 26th. It's Christmas.
25th going on the 26th. So it's will be the 26th in Australia already, but you're a little bit behind them, right? So it'll be 25th on your side.
So we'll be watching the fight on Christmas Day. So Christmas Eve, for those who in America, open the gifts at night, right at 12, it would be, I guess, would be at 12 o'clock. It would be the 25th.
No, it would be.
Right?
We already opened the gifts.
Okay, so we already opened the gifts.
Yeah, we already opened the gifts. Now it's midnight.
That's good.
We got
That's
another
important
one right now.
Listen, they're 12 to 15 hours ahead of us. So if their fights take place, like let's say 7 o'clock, then or 7 o'clock their time, that would be roughly like 7 o'clock our time, roughly like AM, right? Man. So they would have to find a really good time where it fits. Probably afternoon for us.
Mario, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh shit.
Mario did his cheap plug. Check it out, Patreon only. This is a secret little design, you know what I'm saying? Check it out on Patreon, get the up close video. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you like what you see? I'm looking
it's fire.
I like that red. That's a
see that?
I like that Basquiat
right
crown on top of Ali's head. Yeah, right Basquiat style crown looks dope.
I need to. All right, let me just get this up here.
I got the Mike Tyson version for y'all that don't know.
Look. Right here.
What? You got the Mike Tyson version?
It says 74 years ago. 74 years ago, a legend was born. Ali with the crown right there, baby.
Yo, you see the business model this man's using? He wants to make one so that it's 75 years, 76 years, 77 years.
Yeah. Yo.
Bro, you making everybody dizzy on YouTube.
TBV coming at you with the we got the Floyd Mayweather, a legend was born. We got the Ali, a legend was born, and we got the Mike Tyson, a legend was born. All on a respected year. Also,
can I ask you a question?
Not everybody's going to rock out with us, but Tuesday morning, we got a very special edition of the Boxing Voice. We're going to be waking up extra early. I might be just me alone. I don't know which one of these guys can rock out with me so early. But we got a special edition of TBV at 6 in the morning East Coast. So, for the West Coast guys, you're going to be up late. You can just rock out with us at 3 in the morning. Enrique will be asleep. He already tapped out. He like, yo, don't even count me in. I'm out. But yeah, get your hoodie.
I'm in.
Get your hoodie. I mean, we got them in T-shirts too, but I'm a hoodie dude.
Did Enrique make those?
Nah, actually, Enrique's 2 prototypes. He had them ready for me to pick up today. I was just on lazy mode. I wanted I wanted to have them to compare because this is another company. I gotta keep Enrique on his toes, Mitty. If I only use him,
let me tell you real quick.
So I gotta show him what they got out there.
I'm not gonna speak as a member of TBV. I'm gonna speak real quick as like a person who buys clothes online. When I put Enrique's shirt on, and this is a little different than the Supremacy shirt, and I think this is a higher grade shirt. This thing hugged my lats and my chest and my shoulders.
Yeah, give me credit for that.
I swear to God, on a Bible. I swear to God, on a Bible. 4 people today. 2 at Smoothie King, 1 at the gym, and 1 at the convenience store. We're all like, yo, man, you look jacked, bro. You work out. I swear I never get that. Never. Every once in a while.
It was the Abdomars
But they were like,
cut.
bro, you look jacked. Bro, it hugs you. Like, it's weird. It's got a weird cut.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wore that shirt too outside, and I was like, damn, I've been working out, lifting weights. My gym opened up recently, and I'm like, damn.
Wait.
Shirt.
You wore that shirt? Did you mail them or your own version of it?
My own shirt, man. That same exact shirt he's speaking of, but not the one he was wearing. The quality of it, the softness of it, and the way it wrapped on my body. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, are these women looking at my chest or what this shit say? You know what I'm saying? So I saw people looking at it, and I was like, nobody asked what that say, but I saw the eyes on the chest.
I mean, obviously it's the words, man. That boxing voice is mesmerizing. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, is also the butter soft material, you know what I mean, that I chose to use for that particular shirt. You know what I'm saying? That's a Border Wars inspired design.
Oh wait, you talking about that particular shirt? Or you talking about another shirt? Because you confusing me right now.
No, I know you confused, but I'm pretty sure.
But don't confuse the public.
I'm pretty sure that shirt is one of my shirts.
Not at all.
That's not a Bella.
I can't share that with you, but it's not your shirt.
I don't believe you. That's a Bella.
Everything under wraps.
Yo, Doomy, you gotta stay closer to the mic.
Doomy, you gotta either stay closer to the mic. You should restart, champ. I'm telling you, a restart might help all that.
Yo, so Mitty, real quick, Boxing Day. The definition of Boxing Day is the day after Christmas when you return the gifts and box them up or something, right? Or throw the boxes out. Like, what's the definition?
Listen, I've never looked into it because, like, when I came to the UK, that's not a thing that we do in France. But Boxing Day is the 26th, and I understood in my head, and I don't know, I hope someone in the chat will check me out on this, right? But I thought that this is the day where you just go and open your boxes and your gift and all that. That's how I made sense of the Boxing Day in my head. But I actually never asked anyone here. I just know it's 26, and I know that it's an extra holiday in the UK, which we didn't have in France. So I'm happy about that.
See, I thought it was a UK thing too because of it happening in Australia. But to me, in Canada, Boxing Day is, and I'm not in Canada, I'm just saying my definition because it's celebrated in Canada. And I know a few Canadians who told me Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, all the boxes get thrown away.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Like, but you know, I won't be able to say that that's definitely the reason why it's called Boxing Days. But
I quickly looked it up, and from what I've seen, some people say that it gets its name from the owners of the house where the staff works, and the owners on Christmas giving the staff boxes filled with like different types of stuff, cookies, whatever. Yeah. But listen, I'll tell you what, have a fight of that magnitude on Christmas could get really tricky. But me as a fan, I would love it. I would love it. Listen, we open gifts on Christmas Eve, right? And most people that I know that are Hispanics open gifts on Christmas Eve, but I do know a couple that open it up Christmas morning. We're done on Christmas Eve. We're good. Like, we are looking on Saturday for something to do.
But listen, don't you have like NBA or, you know, things like that on the 25th and 26th? So we have that in the UK where, you know, the Premier League is still going. You have like big football games, big derbies on those dates. And it's cool. It's a good thing to do. You're at home, you're chilling. Maybe not on the 25th, but on the 26th, definitely. On the first of the year, you have that. And the Japanese got it right too. They have like a big boxing card every 31st of December or something going into New Year's Eve. And that's what it is, Mario. You said, like, not everyone is going out and partying. Like, it's a family thing. We all day at home around the TV. Let's watch something. One thing is for sure is that it's not the type of events that you want to go and travel to because you probably won't be traveling somewhere to go in a stadium around a holiday because you're at home and all those things. But in that situation that we're in right now, I think it's perfect. No one wants to go out there in Australia, and you know, but we want to be at home and watch it, right, and be entertained whilst there's nothing else to do, right? So that's good, man. That works for me.
I mean, I might travel there, to be honest with you. I mean, that's two birds, one stone. That's how I felt when Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado went to Denver. I'm like, oh, this is it. I never got to buy legit. So, you know, I would probably consider it, especially now. Yeah, but think about it. You could probably get a really good deal right now, not only with COVID, but on Christmas to travel doesn't usually happen. Those ticket prices are usually cheaper. Now, if you're trying to travel before Christmas, they kind of get you because they know that, families are traveling to their homes. But,
So let me tell you, at least like from a UK point of view, like when you go and travel at Christmas time to Australia, it's because you're trying to do an alternative type of Christmas. You don't want to spend Christmas like with the snow and all those things. Usually Christmas in Australia, it's a barbecue type of thing. You're on a beach and all those things. So it's cool, right? So if you want to do something that's completely different from what you usually know in the UK and I guess on the east coast of the US, right? Where you got a snowy Christmas and all that.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do, man. That's cool.
Look, let me say something
plus
though.
You get to see a kangaroo or two, Can't
you know, more than two. But I look at it this way. Christmas Day, like you said, Mitty, there are basketball events on television here. There's also, I think, football happening on those days. And boxing in the evening, the way I grew up, we are in the house. And I didn't grow up with a basketball family or a football family, but we grew up on boxing. So when the get-together happens, boxing will be on TV. So it makes 100% sense to have on, and that's the 25th after midnight when we already open our gifts. Like everything's done. We just saucy, chilling out, eating, stomach full. Let's watch the fight.
Yeah, I agree. Like usually we got like, either sports or either bad TV. And what I say bad TV is like the usual movies that you watch like 100 times or the recap of the year on TV and all that. Those kind of things.
Yeah.
They just drive me crazy. So I'd rather have like a good fight to look forward to, man. So yeah.
Dope shirt, Ness.
All right, let's keep flying through these topics to get to the juiciness. We got Ryan Garcia's next opponent is not going to be Jorge Linares, and instead it's being said that it can be Mercito Gesta or Hector Tanajara. Now, Hector has come out and said he signed his contract. And, and I quote, now that you can't get an easy opponent, now that you can't get the easy opponents you usually get, you make some excuse. I've been ready. Signed the contract. Let's go. July 4th. # Team Tanajara. Now, Team Tanajara is Hector Tanajara. He signed to Robert Garcia and Golden Boy. I don't know that he poses any sort of threat at all to Ryan.
Whoa.
No problem. I mean, you're up next, champ. I just don't know that he poses any sort of threat at all to Ryan. If you think Ryan hasn't faced anybody, well, who in the world has Tanajara faced? And then you multiply, or rather, you add in the fact that my man can't punch. I mean, he's got like 4 knockouts maybe. I'm about to check him out, but I'm pretty sure he's got like 7. If I'm not exaggerating, maybe 7.
Okay, real quick to help everybody out, it's Hector Tanajara.
Oh.
Tanajara. So, yeah, Najada, perfect. So real quick, I do want to read the whole.
Najada sounds like DA.
Yeah, it is.
You sure?
I interviewed him. Yeah,
R-A?
That's how his name.
Tanajara. It's
Yeah.
R-A, not Da. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
I always do that with my. I do that with Eddie's name too.
So I was wrong, Mario.
So real quick,
I was wrong. I just don't want to disrespect him. He don't got 7 KOs. He don't got 7 KOs. He got 5.
Yeah, I was actually gonna give you the full thing, but so real quick, I just want to make sure that we all listen to the tweet that was put out by Ryan that sparked this. So Ryan on his Twitter said, "Anxiety been intense lately. They only could hold you back so long until they can't folded hands." Oh, folded hands emoji, I'm guessing. "I don't know about my fight July 4th, guys. Won't happen most likely, and it's sad because I want to fight so bad, but it's just a lot of BS. I'm not going to get into it right now." Then he said, "I'll just be ready when it does happen. I'll be back when you get your ish together." So look, to say that there's a lot of anxiety around these times is, that's understandable. But the lot of BS part is what's interesting. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter and about Ryan taking his Golden Boy stuff off of his IG. And then I saw a video where they were talking about how he put it up and took it back off and put it back on, the whole, basically the Golden Boy part of his bio. And so I don't know if there's trouble in paradise or not. And it would be really, really crazy if there was, because you don't want to start getting a reputation as a fighter, can't work with people or whatever. But honestly, y'all are all begging for Linares now, because Mercito Gesta is not Linares, and you're right, Hector Tanajara is not.
Actually, Mercito Gesta isn't better than Linares. All right,
Yeah.
Mario?
Mercito lost to Linares, man.
Yeah, no, he's not better than Linares, coach, but check this out. He will show us more than what Linares would, right? Because let's say hypothetically, just hear me out, hypothetically, Linares loses to Ryan like he's lost all his fights, which is via knockout. We don't really get to see anything about Ryan. Why? Because Linares is the one with no chin. But Mercito's never been knocked out. I ain't even Google it, but I'm guaranteeing he ain't never been knocked out. He's taken everybody he's ever fought 12 rounds. He's fought Puppet Vasquez. He's fought Linares. It might be better for Ryan to fight Gesta, and let's see if his power, A, is real, because if you knock out Gesta, you are a puncher. And what could you do when you can't knock out the guy? Can he outbox Gesta and get a win? I'm not saying Gesta again is not better.
Okay, I get you. I get you what you're saying. Like, so in terms of like the opponent, the name and everything is not better, but you're saying that is making us discover a bit more about Ryan, right? And I understand that. And I think like my points and what I was going to say is pretty much like along the line of this, right? So saying that, no, it's not a better fight in terms of the caliber of opponent that you're in there, but it is maybe a smarter fight because you don't necessarily want to go in the ring with Hector, who is also like a young kid. And if he beats you, derails your career or anything. So, and I don't know enough of Hector to know whether he's going to be winning or not, right? But I don't know if I would want to take that risk just yet, especially if that kid is some kind of real deal. But I would go with Gesta because, like you say, it's like it's a veteran, someone that maybe is going to take you a bit longer than other people would, and we can just build a narrative behind that and say, yeah, you know what, you're the real deal because you knocked out a durable opponent. I do believe that he lost by stoppage before, but maybe not too many. Maybe there's one, if I remember correctly.
You're
I don't
right.
want to box right with.
It says Juan Antonio Rodriguez. I don't even know who that is. Where'd that fight?
Yeah, I think it's one of his recent fights. I remember like either it was a stoppage or something. I don't really remember.
That kind of changes everything. See, because this is a guy who I don't even know that stopped him. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a year ago or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I know that I remember
year.
like Gesta losing after he lost to Linares. He got stopped.
Yeah, Juan Antonio Rodriguez is the name. It was a KO in the 9th round. But
still, like I don't think we can just like take KOs and say, oh, you lost once by KO, therefore you're not durable. I still believe like he's durable. He's a veteran opponent, and it will show Ryan something else, right?
He is
experience,
a vet. He is a vet.
It will show Ryan something
I just
else.
think he offers a better chin than Linares, even with that one knockout.
Forget the chin, though. Forget the chin. Like, if Ryan beats Linares, like, even though, like you say, Linares has chin issues, his clout will be even higher.
Yeah, so it's better to go for Linares then. Why waste your time with Gesta?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
because
of the travel
you
ban.
don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to make a mistake.
Well, it's supposed to be because of the travel ban.
With Linares, right? Linares is the one that showed you that if you're not careful, it'll put you down, and that's what
Linares is the most. Linares is most popular and the most recognizable guy.
As a technician, he's a guy who's got the
and a
skills.
name. Gesta, right? Is that his name? Gesta.
Yeah, Gesta.
Gesta. You just said that he has a chin, and if Ryan knocks him out, then Ryan has power.
Yes.
So I'm leaning towards to watch it because of that.
Yeah. Because honestly, I am gonna like if Ryan goes in there and fights. Let's say they could get Linares here off the travel ban. If he knocks him out, I'm expecting that. I've been calling Linares for like 5 to 7 years. Linares paper mache face. So,
but yeah. Paper mache face, but
at the same time, like you have to respect the guy.
You gotta respect
like,
the championship caliber fighter.
But that's what I'm saying.
He hasn't been.
Listen, you guys don't get like Mitty. You out of anybody, bro. Like you actually promote. Like, bro, This dude has lost out of 5 losses, 4. He was the favorite.
I get you. Like that's what I told you. From a promotional standpoint, I probably will go for Gesta, right? So I won't even go close to Hector because like I don't really know how real the talent is with Hector. I can't really judge it because I haven't seen it too much, right? But if he's a real kid like that, I won't put him that early with Ryan Garcia because you never know what could happen, right?
I'll put him with
Mauricio, see what happens, and then next get Linares, like, a bit further down the line. Like Linares has to be a name on his record at some point in the next year and a half. And that would be the right time to do it. But you can't disrespect Linares. Linares has the potential or the talent or all the skills to deal with Ryan Garcia if Ryan is not careful. Or if he's not the real deal. Right? Forget his chin.
Why every time we have this conversation, I'm made out to be the bad guy, bro? Like, how is it that people still believing in this dude? How is it that people still call him a champion because he won some belt that a promoter easily put in front of him? He lost 4 times to underdogs. That's unheard of.
But Mercito Gesta lost to Linares. Like, I don't get this. Like, who would have the better chance of beating him? Let's just ask that question.
And how did Linares beat him?
No. I asked you first.
What? Who would have the better chance?
Who has a better chance of winning that fight?
Who? Beating
Linares
Ryan?
or Gesta? Yes.
Linares.
Okay. So to me, that makes it a better fight.
Who's more probable not to win that fight? Linares.
Both of them.
Nah, Linares got less of a chance, I think, because he's not durable.
Gesta is not winning that fight either, unless Ryan cannot take a punch, and that's what we're gonna discover, right? If Ryan cannot take a punch, then you just say, "Oh wow, that's now." He's gonna come into that Linares category, according to you. It's gonna be, oh man, you can't take a punch. You're a good boxer. You got fast hands.
I swear to God, I've never heard any other sport, casual. In any other sport, can you tell me where a dude lost 5 times and out of them 5, 4 of them was underdog and they still say he got skill?
Nah, you don't hear that about the Mets.
Does it not happen in NFL? Like, do they go like the whole season undefeated, like the guys who win the Super Bowl?
No,
like
the prediction is that they're gonna get walked through.
Yeah, I've seen the Patriot losing against like team that they should be.
I'm just curious,
right?
I'm like the way I look at it is like the new name that I don't even remember. It's not even known. At least Linares is known, and if he's probable to not have any
That's
chances.
not necessarily true. Like, all right, you don't know him, and you're supposed to represent the casual fan of our panel, so I get you. You got a good argument, but I can make a case for Mercito Gesta. I cannot make a case to make him equal to Linares, but he was once upon a time signed a Top Rank. He was once upon a time considered to be the second coming, the next Manny Pacquiao. He fought on all Manny Pacquiao undercards as a pay-per-view star. Not Manny being the star. He fighting on has Filipino descent, so he brings a fan base, and he's been around. He's got, I can name a dozen.
Yeah, Super Chat Ness, I think it's more about doubts about Ryan Garcia rather than believing in Linares. To me, this is a test on Golden Boy promotion matchmaking and their worth. I was actually feeling that same sentiment. I was like, damn, do they not believe in Ryan Garcia against Linares? Because to me, you get more clout facing Linares. But you're saying not necessarily.
All right, no.
You want to take your time.
But you're taking
your time with it.
You're
just
taking
like
something.
Give it a year or so.
Both of you guys are taking something out of context. Like, see, Mitty thinks it's happening from a matchmaking standpoint, and Linares is too soon, and you think the same, but it's really travel ban. It's travel ban. Linares can't come. Linares can't come, so they got to get a replacement. He was supposed to fight July 4th.
Honestly, Mercito's going to give. Mercito's going to make me more of a believer than anything else.
Linares probably coming from Japan, casual.
Yeah, but July 4th is not happening anymore. Yeah, Linares is based in Japan. Yeah.
No, Mitty, but that's, again, the facts are July 4th can happen versus Tanajara. Tanajara.
I thought they said no. I thought that regardless of the opponent, I thought it wasn't going to be a July 4th. Or did I misunderstood that?
Well, this is what Ryan is saying. But then Tanajara saying, man, stop the BS. I already signed. We could get the fight going. And you know what I mean?
Okay.
And, he said he's been training for a month, by the way, Tanajara. He said that he's been training for a month getting ready for this fight. So it makes you wonder, how exactly.
If you're Hector, you have to say that. If I'm Hector Tanajara and I'm a young kid that wants to make noise, I take the fight tomorrow, even if I'm not quite ready.
Nah, man.
I just want to push him like as hard as I can. Yeah, you take a fight with Ryan Garcia whenever you want, whenever you can.
Right? I don't know because I got popped, but I can't picture myself being Hector Tanajara with 5 knockouts, a dude that doesn't have no he don't got none of the hype of Ryan. Ain't nobody.
But if he believes in him, if he believes in himself, if they believe in, that's how you build him. Bruh. If he thinks that he can really hang with Ryan Garcia, if he goes 10 round, if it's a scheduled 10-round fight, his stock is going to rise. So of course he's going to fight whenever he can with him, as soon as possible. Let's do it.
10-round fight, damn. So you saying my man is out here shooting that his stars he's shooting for is just the last 10?
Come again?
You're saying that he's gonna be satisfied with just going 10? His stock will go up? I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's say I'm the young up and coming fighter trying to make a splash, right? I take the fight, and if the fight goes the distance, and I give a good account of myself, you know how boxing goes. You might not get the decision. You might get a split decision going against you. But that's enough for you to just start making noise and say, you know what? Hey, you see your guy, Ryan Garcia, fast hand, whatever. I gave him trouble. Maybe I took some of the rounds. Some of the people watching thought that I won that fight. So you build your name off that. That happened many times before. This is what I'm saying.
Right? I'm just realistic, man. Hector don't stand. Bruh, if I think Ryan will knock out Linares, Hector don't stand a chance.
That's the thing. I don't know the guy. I've never seen Hector, to be honest. But I'm hearing that
he's very
being
talented.
Hyped, right?
Listen, he's very talented. He's a guy he was part of the.
We lost Mario. Thank God it's him and not me. I get so embarrassed when my internet freezes up. Hector, Doomy, you gonna have to really talk into the mic because that Sub-Zero was so faint.
Yo, my bad.
I'm sure no one but me heard it.
I dropped off.
Am I all right though? That's
you're very low, man. Good. You're very low, bro. You know what? Try turning the volume up on the actual computer from the keyboard or something.
My Skype's being screwy. You sound better.
You sound.
I don't know what happened. Well, I'll take care of it later. But
it sounds better now.
We'll speak into it a lot more. Something going on glitchy over here. But
my Skype's messing up too, Doomy.
Must be the new upload.
Well, remember, Mario, your internet always sucks. But
no, I got better internet though.
Tanajara hasn't faced anybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's faced some better competition lately. Who? He fought Juan Carlos Burgos is a pretty decent name.
Dude,
Ivan Doda.
My man's got to be 36 years old at least.
And no, he's not 36 years old.
32, and this is the lower weight classes, Mitty. How many fights do they get in? My man got 30, 36, 38. Yo,
bro, you've been doing this long enough. You know who Juan Carlos Burgos is. Please stop.
I do.
You know he's good. He's good. That's a good win.
Decent, I don't know. Good is crazy. I
agree with you though. I don't really want to see Hector in this early. He was part of the Joshua Franco signings, and Golden Boy has high hopes for him. So to stick him in there with Ryan Garcia right now, when you could build both fighters, I don't know what that does for Hector.
True.
But at the same time, I mean, at least it puts him on the radar because they signed Ryan after Hector, and Ryan's blown up.
Bro, but am I missing something? How far is Golden Boy gonna take Hector?
I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I can say is that he's a stellar amateur. He's got a pretty good amateur background, and he's a career fighter. This guy's. He's got talent.
I guess I shouldn't count him out, because I mean, what would they have said about
why you shouldn't? You know why you shouldn't? Because he was in that same situation. Well, not in the same situation, but Adam Lopez was a guy from Texas that not a lot of people know that he had some signings, and then he lost the fight, and everybody's like, oh yeah, he's trash. And then look what happened, what he did with Oscar Valdez. So
talking about Blue Nose.
Who?
Blue Nose.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What you said.
No, because you got to distinguish.
Yeah.
There's 2 Adam Lopez out of Texas, champ.
Yeah. You're right. So that said, I think that Hector could definitely. I wouldn't count him out. Obviously Ryan would be the favorite, but I wouldn't count Hector out. And I would rather see Hector than Mercito Gesta.
Hector opens up minus 5,000.
Damn.
That's
minus 5.
Is that for real?
I would assume that would be.
No, this guy putting out stuff like.
Yeah, that's my guess. That's my guess, and I'm basing it off Lomachenko, right? Like Lomachenko, when he faces guys, that'd be like minus 5,000 for Loma. Even Devin. Right. You know what I mean?
So that's not real odds, right? That's your own.
No, that's my own odds.
You're opening up a shop and
that's
then
my
you're
own
taking
odds.
bets. Right?
That's my own
All right. All right.
Yo, so who you selling on this fight? Like, who do we get? Jesta or Hector?
I mean, Linares now, this is what they do. They did the Floyd trick. They gave you the worst so you could beg for the shit.
Damn. Well, all right, man. So I'm going to end it with like this. My final thought on that is that July 4th is a bad night to have a fight because at night we want to see fireworks explode.
Ain't going to be no fireworks.
But that is fireworks if you get the right fight.
I mean, it is fireworks, hopefully, but
you get the right fight under them lights on Independence Day.
The 4th of July.
Bro, listen, Wilder Fury on Independence Day would have been insane.
Nah, but that's a fight where you can't miss,
I know, but what I'm saying
is you could miss a Hester fight.
What I'm saying is I never understood why boxing didn't take advantage of Independence Day, especially with 2 fighters like Wilder Fury. Like that day for me, I think is so big when it pertains to that heavyweight fight that I would wait till next year, 2021. Easy.
I mean, we got Mexico Independence Day that we hold huge in boxing.
Exactly.
In
so why when you have an African American and a dude from United Kingdom crossing over the pond, would you not fight on Independence Day? Why wouldn't you fight a foreigner on Independence Day on American soil? Like, it sounds like a no-brainer. I don't get why no promoter hasn't done it in all these years.
I see your point, but what about that bicep injury recovery?
No, that's why I said
it's
2021.
Too soon for that?
That's why I said 2021. Remember, this is all hypothetical.
Oh, okay, hypothetical.
2021. They're already waiting this long. It's already COVID. Might as well wait till you get some ticket sales. Do it 2021. Set it up. Independence Day.
Promoters getting smart, man. They don't want to mess up the party for you guys. Imagine, if Fury stops him again. Like, that's it. No more fireworks. You guys can forget the cookouts and the celebration.
Hell no. That is the fireworks. That is the fireworks.
Early, man.
If he wins right there. Boop, 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 boop. You could do an outdoor stadium. They walk out. It's fireworks. Pow, 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 pow. All that great stuff. But anyway, moving on because we gave hella time to Ryan. We're going to move on to what Mitty wants to talk about, what y'all all want to talk about, what the world is talking about.
The world wants to talk about.
AJ on crutches. The internet went crazy. Like, oh my God, AJ's on crutches. And I'm like, okay, is this real? I thought he was supposed to fight Pulev. I thought he was supposed to defend. What does this mean with his IBF title defense that he's supposed to make? What does this mean?
How did it happen?
Exactly. How did it happen? What does it mean? Tyson Fury, Wilder winner. Do they even fight AJ in 2020? So we'll give you the details on that. But we also got to mix in some very interesting a speech that AJ made over the weekend during the Black Lives Matter movement
in the
UK. I have the audio, so I'm gonna play that.
Okay, before we play it real quick, let me just say that Anthony Joshua did reveal that he hurt his knee while running in the woods, but what he said in all commentary on this has been that it won't affect his fight with Pulev at all. That he'll be ready for whatever re-announced date they have, and that the brace was more about what's it called? Like prevention?
Precautionary, they said.
Precautionary. That was the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it was precautionary more than anything.
Okay. Get to the audio.
The audio. UK got the formula. Hold up. The audio. Where's the audio?
The audio. This was all over my Twitter. I don't know about y'all, but
yo. So anyway, the audio. Let me while I shamelessly waste time by finding it, which I found it. Let me tell you the interesting stuff about this magical audio that I've already downloaded and why I always say the internet is undefeated. AJ, let me title it. Audio. So Sky Sports deleted this, both off their Twitter and their Instagram. How do you know that, Ness? Well, no, look, Ness knows because he wakes up early. He's seen it on their Twitter. I wasn't even interested. Let me tell you, I waved this off like a hater. I'm like, I'm not listening to AJ's speech. Then it went up on. Actually, I seen it on Twitter, to be honest with you, and I went straight to Sky Sports Instagram so I could rip it from there and repost it to our IG, and it wasn't there. So I'm like, freak it. I'm not listening to this, right? Hours later, it's on Sky Sports' Instagram, and I did get to hear it, and it went in one ear, out the other. I didn't really see the uproar. I didn't get it. And a lot of people probably didn't get it because they're not overanalyzing, right? So when I went back, because our mastermind chat was jumping off and Killer Kells and Cali was like, yo, are y'all seeing the hatred that AJ, Anthony Joshua, is receiving due to his speech for the Black Lives Matter movement? And I'm like, no, what? And he's like, bro, they calling him a racist. I'm like, calling AJ a racist? How? Why? Send it to me. So he sends me like a little clip. It's like 30 seconds of AJ saying some stuff that to me isn't racist. But then they're like, no, that's not the full clip. So I'm looking for the full clip and it's gone. Sky Sports doesn't have it on their Twitter no more. They don't have it on their Instagram no more. If you go to skysports.com, they've edited the footage. But being the true detective that I am, I have the audio. We have it.
Oh, shit. All right, cool.
We have it.
I'm interested now because I'm wondering. I saw it on Twitter as well. I didn't see.
Yo, you sent it to us, Enrique.
It's
with
gone,
the races. I didn't notice anything.
No. You just sent us the speech. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying you didn't notice the speech.
No, I didn't.
Because I saw the speech because you sent it to us last night, but I didn't notice anything racist about it either.
All right, but here's the thing. That's what I want to ask. Is it racist? Or
I don't think so.
Hold on, Mitty. Nobody heard it. You got to wait. We're going to hear it together. But my question is, before hearing it, is it racist or is the person listening the racist? We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, Let's
play it in here.
I'm last to respond. You guys go first.
Yeah, I'll go.
We can no longer, from today onwards, be proud. We can no longer sit back and remain silent on the senseless, unlawful killings, sly racism of another human being based only on what? Their skin color. We need to speak out in peaceful demonstrations, just like today. So well done, Watford. Inject the vaccine. We must not use a demonstration for selfish motives and turn it into rioting and looting. We need to be united in non-violent demonstrations. Show them where it hurts. Abstain from spending your money in their shops and in economies and invest in black-owned businesses. And that's for all communities. If you want to uplift yourself, invest in your own businesses. We have to engage with the youth. I completely agree with that. And put an end to black youth gang culture. I'm going to be real with you about gang culture. I'm down to riot 100%. But what you have to realize is...
So, do we need to play the entire audio so no one says, well, you took it out of context, but what is alleged to be racist has been said already. So if you heard it, you heard it.
Play the entire audio.
Well, hold on.
Audio
I heard that whole thing. Man. I heard that whole speech. I didn't see anything racist. I don't find anything different that people are preaching in America. Exactly what he's saying. Well, like inject the vaccine to kill racism. So it's against racism. It's not him saying F a race. He's saying let's end.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
Over color.
It went over your head. What about you, Mitty?
Let's get into it. Like, you know, what Ness is saying is like, hey, the comments about racism is not about the words spoken by AJ. It's about the reaction to people listening to that call, right?
You're also wrong.
So,
You're also wrong. Damn, you didn't hear it either.
That's
what
I'm saying.
No, it's what he said.
Wait. I think I know where Ness is going. When he says buying into theirs, is that what he's talking about? Because if that's the racism part. You don't, not his behalf. The racist companies, the racist restaurants, the restaurants that did Muhammad Ali wrong. Like, do you go in there and support them?
Bro,
that's what
but let me ask you something. How could he be talking about that, right? Like, we don't live in the 60s and the 40s when racism was open. There is no, hold on, just be fair to the argument. There is no restaurants that say white only. Or blacks not allowed. That don't exist no more. So who is AJ talking about when he says, I'm not going to say it. Let me put it back.
He talks about corporations. And
that's what I was going to say. He didn't use no word corporations.
He talks about corporation and
he ain't
system.
used no word corporations.
Like institutional racism.
Listen. Here's the audio.
Shops and economies and investors and turn it into rioting and looting. We need to be united in non-violent demonstrations, show them where it hurts, abstain from spending your money in their shops and in economies and invest in black-owned.
So abstain from spending your money in their shops and spend your money in black-owned businesses. He's obviously separating and segregating from what? I don't know. And that's what people are picking. I'm not saying this, okay?
No,
we're gonna screen share his Twitter,
right? People are asking for, and you've asked that before, right? So when the whole debate started, and I had a friend that asked me, said, "What is the solution to dealing with the pain that we're feeling right now and all the issues that we have in society?" And a lot of people will say, "Oh, obviously protesting is doing something, but is this going far enough? Is protesting going to change anything? Does the protest has to be violent for things to change?" And AJ is basically saying what we've all been saying in the Boxing Voice and when we discussed, is that violence is not how we want to portray ourselves here, because in the long run is not going to get us anywhere except from people turning back at you and just pointing the fingers and say, "Hey, this is what you're doing." He's saying take action that will just hurt people where it matters, and where it matters is in your pockets. It's economy.
Your mic is way low, but go ahead, Mitty.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt Mitty, but I guess I gotta talk like I'm spitting right now.
Go for it.
It just depends on how you're looking at things, right? Well, not things, how you're looking at what he said, right? I know Ness is saying is sticking to that because it can be taken by white business owners as something racial, right? Now, I'm not advocating for that, but let me finish, right? When you look at it, when we were looking at this, what happened with George Floyd, yes, there is racism, but along the way, and I know you've seen the post and everything, there's been a united front between black, white, Spanish against the powers that be. The corporations, the politicians, the powers that be. So when he said to abstain from buying stuff in their stores, you could either take it from a point of, white ownership, or from a place where it's okay, don't buy from corporate America, from the powers that be, because all of this is lobbyists. Also, it all goes to Washington. So it just depends where you stand. Depends where you stand in the view. Yeah, go ahead, Ness. You got the scepter.
No. I wasn't cutting you off. I want to be clear that I'm next.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's where that falls into, I think, because I don't know if anybody that's a white business owner, what their reaction to that might have been. I can't fully, grasp it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't fully grasp it, how they would take it in a racial way, because back in the day when Martin Luther King was around, that's how they protested. They boycotted. Those were all peaceful protests that led to real change, because at the end of the day, the money is where it hurts. So when he says to abstain from buying in those businesses, I'm thinking corporate America. I'm not thinking about the mom and pop, little store down the block with it's white owned. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking about the powers that be.
Yo, listen.
Go ahead, Ness,
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
say
Ness.
something.
Yeah, I'll go last, but just Y'all give me some time.
I was actually gonna build a better argument by finding the to this day till.
Nah, you talking about the Deontay Wilder to this day poem?
Yes, because Doomy said what is basically happening to AJ. So for those in the chat that are saying, "Oh, Ness, you trying to make AJ out to be racist?" No, AJ's feeling it himself. I'll screen share. And
by the way, real quick, y'all know that wasn't his speech, right?
But that's
you know
the
that
problem. That's the problem with this.
We haven't said that. I just want to make sure that's
well.
Clear.
That's the thing, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all about the Wilder thing, right? So he said what he said. Mitty is saying, well, no, he's not talking about that, but isn't that the same reason Wilder flipped out on Radio Raheem? What do you mean he's not talking about that? We know exactly who they are.
Right.
When we say they, we know who they are. So when Wilder said they and Radio Raheem said, who's they? He said, you know what I'm talking about. So now all of a sudden, AJ says they, and you want me to believe that he ain't talking about it?
Okay,
so hold on.
Let's wait a second.
But wait, but no, let me finish. But let me finish.
Let me finish.
Decode.
So then AJ gets the heat on social media, which I'm a screen share. He gets the fire on social media. People, the real racists come out. The real racists come out. And now they saying, I can't wait for Tyson Fury to knock you out, mate.
Yeah.
Things like that, right? So then AJ says this, and let me screen share. He says, if you think I'm a racist, go F yourself. If you watch the full video, the speech was passed around from someone to read, and I took the lead. I personally spoke from the heart about the Watford community. Ideas of us personally investing 7 figures to create unity and opportunities and adding change to the African and Caribbean community. Shops aren't their issue here. Before you talk ish, you better boycott racism. I said what I said, and he says, I got so much stuff on my screen, I gotta move this, hold on. Okay, he said, I said what I said, and I will act to make change. So, again, he's taking back his words, and now, because he received negative feedback, he's saying, that wasn't even my speech. That wasn't even mine. They was passing it around, and I just took it. I took the lead. I froze? Oh, man, I'm mad.
You're good now. It was for a second. It was for a second. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's fair. I don't know if it's fair that we automatically give him a pass because he's saying, yo, that wasn't even mine. I grabbed the paper that was being passed around and took the lead.
Listen to me, please. At this point, right, I don't even understand where we're going and trying to put out champions against one another. At this point, I'm not even talking boxing anymore. I'm not, there's not like Wilder said it better, Jordan said it better, LeBron said it better, or AJ said it better. Right. At this point, we're all speaking in unity. And it doesn't really matter. To me, there's not one way of doing it, the better way of doing it. He was speaking on behalf of whoever. He was speaking and using his voice. He was using his reach and his power.
Look, I like that point.
Wait. I gotta go in.
Go, Ness, because you went. Let me go.
He's misinterpreting something. I don't want it to be heard like, I never said Wilder said it better. You misunderstand. I'm saying when Wilder argued with Radio Raheem, he told us who they are. So now Anthony Joshua used that term.
Up, right? We don't even need to bring
right. Of course, they the same. AJ used the same words. Come on, man.
Stop.
We gotta all go at once.
Stop. Listen. Stop. You going elsewhere with it. Listen, I read an article about a woman who went to protest because she felt like she had to do something. And she went to Brooklyn to the Barclays Center where the protests were happening. And the chant was, fuck the police. Sorry, that was the chant. And then she said she felt conflicted with herself because she had family members at police that are active and rioted, but it was bigger than her. It was more about the cause. It wasn't about her. So him reading it, it's more than just him. It's bigger than him. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't about who said it better. He said it because it's an emotion that people are
Bruh,
resonating
that's
with.
what I'm trying to explain. You guys keep using this phrase, who said it better? Who the F brought that up?
Maybe
I never brought that up. You gotta listen, because I never brought it up, and B, that's why my point is being overlooked. Okay? Because people saying what you
explain it so that
I'm
it's clear
trying
and
to,
we
but
all
y'all
good
not
with
listening.
that.
Listen.
Before you explain it real quick, we got Intrigued the Incredible on the Super Chat. Says, Matt Mario Munguia, I'm going to show you what happens when you step in the ring with a dog. Bring your game if you truly love what you do. Because I don't see Ness being able to keep you after I ish on you, Nesta.
This guy's a clown. Listen, who was gonna go? I'll go last. That's the one.
Ness was gonna give the
Go ahead.
Explain.
Okay, look. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I had my, I already had my point on what I felt he was saying. I'm not even trying to look at this point. I'm not even trying to look at it at anything unless it needs to be looked at that way, right? But like in separation of races, I'm just looking at fight the power. The powers that be.
Yeah, listen, I took it that way too. Like, look, it doesn't matter what you are, what color you are, what ethnicity, nothing. The people that don't care about us in this country are the people that make the money, because the people that make the money, they make sure that guns are still legal, that cigarettes are still legal. They make sure that pollution is still cool to do. Like, they make sure all that stuff. You know what they don't make sure of? That black people aren't getting killed by cops every day. And you know what they could do? They could prevent it. If they put any of their lobbying money on gun control or police brutality or fighting police brutality, it would stop.
I got
Maybe
it
not
right
altogether,
here,
but it would stop.
I got it right here, because I hate that I'm the bad guy because I'm delivering the news. So I
don't see it that way.
I'm putting words in his mouth, but Sky Sports edited their article. But here's the quotes, okay? He said, show them where it hurts. Abstain from spending your money in their shops and economies, and invest in black-owned businesses. So now my argument is, he took this down. He got backlash. It's not on his Twitter. The video he put on his Twitter that I screen shared is edited to 30 seconds. The video is 2 minutes long. Sky Sports took the quotes off. Sky Sports took the video off the Twitter, off the Instagram. So you saying, why you doing this, Ness? Well, because he's going back on what he said. Now, because he got negative backlash, he's saying that wasn't even mine. That was a piece of paper being passed. Let me finish so you can understand. That was not my words. That was a piece of paper being passed around. I just took leadership. That's what he's saying, okay? Because he got backlash for saying they. So now I bring up Wilder, because when Wilder was being interviewed by Radio Raheem and Wilder said they, Radio questioned, who's they? And that's where Till This Day came from, because he stood on his own. He didn't take it down.
Your hand shrink.
And this guy took it down. It's gone. And his machine, Sky Sports, is behind him and took it down too.
I understand you now, but what are we saying now? What are we saying? That's why people are telling you that this is where we kind of like going into the argument and looking at our leaders, the people that we collectively stand behind, no matter what we talk about.
Kieran,
Wilder is this and
Kieran is in the chat, and this is what I'm saying,
let's Kieran is not speaking for now. Let me just go, right? Like when Wilder comes on and just gives a speech, powerful, however he does it, I'm happy. This weekend, I wanted to open up this argument to say that this weekend, to me, it seems like all the heavyweights came down and spoke. Not just like the heavyweights of boxing, but like other sports. I've seen like tweets from LeBron this weekend saying like, no, we won't shut up. I've seen like, Wilder come out with his little video, and then I've seen like AJ. Now, the point that you're making is just saying, oh, he took it down or something like that. Why did he say something and kind of retracting it? No, what you should be doing is say, no problem. That has been retracted, but we're going to talk about it some more here on the Boxing Boy. We're going to make sure that you can hear the full length article, no matter how, whatever the Sky Sport is trying to do.
Bad
Right?
that he's been censored and that he allowed it. I think he should flip
Exactly.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Wilder
That's
didn't
where I'm
take
at.
down
'Cause I was
his till this
100%.
day. He didn't take it down.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was 100% like, yo, I love AJ for this. 100%. So if he took it down off his own personal site by saying they being all the people that treat you different. You know, when you see Black Lives Matter, time out. When you see Black Lives Matter and then you see somebody else say, well, all lives matter, that's equivalent to your house on fire. The firemen are coming to douse your house down. And the house that's not on fire is like, wait a minute, douse my house down first. Why? That's not equality, man. This house is on fire, not yours. And that's the whole movement. So
it's a good metaphor.
AJ is the one saying, yo, our house is on fire. And the person they are the ones, their house is not burning. They are the one that's saying, whoa. Douse my house down. Stopping the fire from burning.
Yo, listen,
that's
real quick.
Messed up, man. That's who they are to me, you know?
No, I feel you.
Stopping it.
So it's real quick. I just want to make one last point because y'all said a lot and I agree with a lot of everything y'all said. So I'm not going to add nothing new. But real quick, Super Chat from Ohio Runs Boxing. He says, facts, Ness, you nailed it on the head. And I just want to point out something real quick because he talked about, to me, it seemed like the only ammo people even were trying to get was that, he talked about boycotting white businesses. Like what if a white guy came out and said, let's, look, here's the thing. That's not a new movement. Okay. I listen to hip hop, right. And I watch battles. This is an old movement since 2016, is when I caught wind of it. And that's when I started buying local or small business dealers and black owned, Mexican owned, Puerto Rican owned. You know what I'm saying? Because in my life, my mom and my dad, they bought me enough Nike. They bought me enough Adidas. All right. They bought me enough Champs. They bought me enough of that stuff. All right. So now if you look in my closet, it's either Walmart or it's people off the internet that I've met, like people that I respect that opened up their own shirt companies or their own athletic gear companies or their own protein lines or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a new movement. This is to compete with the people that have all the money for Super Bowl commercials and all the people. Like you go look at these businesses and these CEOs, like how many CEOs can you name that are women or black or, you know what I mean? Like it's just, there's a disparity there. So the movement isn't about, let's do something to put down, white business. The movement is, hey, let's work together as a community to help prop up small business, but specifically those that are, for the movement. And right now the movement is protecting black people because I'm Mexican. Okay. And my family's Mexican, but at the end of the day, my family's not safe if the black community is not safe, and Puerto Rican community and Asian community, nobody is safe until they're safe. And so that's not a new thing that he said. And it's not a new idea. And it is the way that people should think about, buying. You go to the store and you buy stuff. You don't know how it got there. You don't research, who's getting paid these slave hours wages in China, these kids, and you don't see what they're doing. So when you go and you buy it from a person like Enrique, and I know people keep thinking that I'm plugging and I'm plugging because the quality is great, but I know that dude. So if I'm going to give somebody pocket for clothing me, it's going to be someone like that, who I know he takes care of his kids. I know that he doesn't do wrong things or bad things. I'm gonna buy it from Ness, right? I could get anybody could sell me a hoodie, but how many of them aren't working to oppress people every day? That's the question.
I just want y'all to understand that the same thing you're giving him credit for is the same thing he deleted. I agree. The same thing everyone here in America says, which is support black businesses, buy black owned, uplift your. We're not deleting that. He deleted that.
Yes,
he called either Eddie called him or he called Eddie, and they took it off of Sky Sports story, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right. So is there any way that maybe, just maybe, it's something that has to do with his contract, with sponsors not being participants?
I don't know anything about that.
And wouldn't that be a problem? Wouldn't that be a problem then?
Yeah, that's a form of slavery.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
And it takes away from your First Amendment, which is free
coming
speech.
into the show, right? Coming into the show with everything that I had seen, all I had seen is the speech and the tweeters and all the comments that we had. Never at any point, like, the fact that is the conversation around the stuff being deleted. This is like the first I'm hearing from it. And then we can just take a look at it. I'm not saying that it's false. No problem. This is something that we go and just take a look at after and just say, stand behind your words. I agree with all this.
Well, I could pull up. I got Sky Sports right here in the story.
That's cool. But, my point is, what we should be doing as a community that is discussing the problem at hand is just pushing the ideas that are being put out there by our leaders. Not just saying, by the way, he deleted this or this, so and so did that and that. Second guessing the intention of people, right? The fact that he stood and made his voice heard at that rally is the important thing to me, right? Now, if we have something to discuss a bit later and him retracting some comments and stuff like that, I didn't even know that coming into the show, and we can go into this. But to me, it's never an argument about who did it better and who said it better. It's about let's go all together and let's push. Let's make sure that all the people that we look up to push those ideas into the community.
And look, here we go. Hold on, Enrique. Let me screen share the quotes from Sky and then show you the real quotes, right? Because Sky obviously changed it now. This is
very
Sky.
short super chat. Mad Bent 100 says TBV for life. Love the show. Thank you, my man. Mad Bent 100. Thank you.
Look, this is Sky's story. As you can see up the top, it says SkySports.com. Then, you see this is Anthony Joshua speaks at Black Lives Matter protests in Watworth. They said I pronounced it wrong. Whatever. So you go down here, and here's the infamous speech, right? Because I could pull up the audio too, right? So boom, it says 30-year-old Joshua said, "We can no longer sit back and remain silent on these senseless, unlawful killings and sly racism on another human being. Based on what? Only the skin color? We need to speak out. Peaceful demonstrations, just like today. Well done." Then he says, "We must not use demonstrations for selfish motives and turn it into rioting and looting." But that's it. They took the rest is gone, right? Right? They go somewhere else with it, and they talk about, Joshua went on to say, the virus has been declared a pandemic. But they skipping. But you go here to the real quotes, and he says, we need to speak out. He says, we can no longer, from today onward, be proud, can no longer remain silent on these senseless, unlawful killings, sly racism, or on another human being based on only what? The skin color? We need to speak out in peaceful demonstrations, just like today. So well done, Watworth.
Who's doing this? You're reading out of Sky Sports?
This is now another website who didn't take down, who they haven't contacted yet, with the actual
those
words.
Website, right? So how about his own stuff and everything? So his own thing, the way
That's what I'm saying. All right, so look.
Is it on there or is it not on there?
No, so look, keep looking.
Because that would be the most important to me, right?
All right.
Yes,
keep
of course.
Looking.
That would be him.
Keep looking. Fine. Look, you go to Joshua, Anthony Joshua, because he posted it on his Twitter. So you go to Anthony Joshua. Where are we? Here we go. And look, 26 seconds. Now look where he starts his from.
So that was a few words from my friend Reese, who couldn't make it here today. So thank you all for listening. But I hope you can all take some set. Use what?
Shit, hold on.
So that was a mindset. Use what? We are the vaccine. We are the vaccine. So that was a few words from my friend Reese, who couldn't make it here today. So thank you all for listening. But I hope you can all take something away from today, whether it's individually or community-wise. So these are my own words. I didn't really plan anything. I'm not really into the public speaking stuff, unless it's like a question and answer type of thing. So the reason why I haven't gone to high.
So now this is only 30 seconds. Now remember that his speech was 30 minutes, 2 minutes long. So he's posting this in direct reply to his speech and the words that I'm reading to you. The speech is no longer here. Do you see? It's no longer here. Only his response to the old speech. So he cuts the speech down to purposely show you that he says that he's reading this, but that he feels these words and that, whatever.
Okay, I get
it.
So
now you go to Sky and Sky's Twitter, and they no longer have the AJ speech, or their Instagram no longer has it either. Sky Sports Boxing, and that's what I'm saying. If it was, to me, how we giving him credit for saying what he said, but everybody in his team is taking the shit down. Look,
to me,
it's not here.
Sky or the media or whatever, obviously they're associated with Joshua or whatever, but Sky existed before him and we live after him. To me, it's like his word is whatever he has on his account, whatever he just goes in front of you and says, this is what I'm saying. If he retracts that, that's terrible.
So,
and, that's
so
not
for
good,
the people,
right?
now look, this is Instagram. They only left the picture. So now for the people that's saying, Ness, what you on about? He's clearly saying he read it for a friend. Again, I ask you, I thought we was giving him credit for saying, shop black, spend your money black, uplift your community. Yeah. So the same thing we want to give him credit for, you want me to say, what am I on about if he didn't even write it? No, they saying why does it matter? Words, right? Why do they matter? They saying why does it matter that he took it down? It's not his words. Well, it matters because we're giving them credit for saying the words.
But you understand though?
Hold up, Mario. It matters because of the message. The message was strong. I said I loved AJ more because of that. And now if he takes it down, like, why do we love Muhammad Ali? He took nothing down.
Yeah, hold on. Let me reply to
public. But the problem is, like, it's not, we should not be making it, when we're fixing a problem, we should not be making it about who's getting credit for what, or, when we have a serious problem at hand, it's not necessarily about that. Now, if he did that, I'm not giving him a pass for that. Like, don't get me wrong. This is something that is serious. You have to stand behind your words, right? Otherwise, and your word is all you've got. So it's important for him to stand behind those words, especially if he believes in those, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we'll be looking for that. We'll be looking for that. But for now, and like I told you, I didn't even know about, like, that conversation was going to be a conversation about retracting this because I didn't know anything about that. The conversation I was coming into is just saying, wow, this weekend I'm happy because all the people, sports people that are rich, that can speak to people, said something meaningful that we can all stand behind, and hopefully we're going to make some change. That's the conversation that we need to be having. If you talk about, like, hey, something's been retracted.
No, the conversation is, how do you go back on your word because you receive negative backlash? That's the conversation.
That is not cool, but
See,
I told you that.
There's
I
a guy
didn't
in the chat, right?
Conversation knowing this.
There's two guys in the chat. PC said, oh, you didn't show his Instagram, just showed it. No story, no video. Another guy.
No Instagram. I got his Instagram.
Another guy says, see, some people don't appreciate. The man did speak out. That's my fucking problem. He spoke out. Now he's taking it. Now he's cleaning himself from it. Now it's like, yo, damn, I shouldn't have said, don't spend money with them.
He can't do that. That's normal. Like, and I hope that, when he goes into the media next time, someone is able just to say, hey, can you please clarify your stance? Can you just tell us where you stand with this again? And maybe he's going to come out and do it himself if he gets wind of all those things. I hope so, right? But again, like, why do we want to talk? It's like infighting, right? So when we try to deal with a problem, why do we infight? And why do we show the idiots that, we are so easy to turn against each other?
We're not turning against...
Let me get one point in.
No, hold on. We're not turning against AJ. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If he doesn't retract his statement, we ride with him because white UK turned on him. When he said what he said, white UK said, you ain't my champion. Fury is my champion. Wait till Fury. Let me screen share.
We talked about that.
Let me screen share some of these responses so people can understand.
I've seen them. I told you. They came out on my Facebook feed.
You've seen them.
With with closet racist people. Like I told you that.
You seen them, but not the people. They don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm saying what I'm saying. Here's why. This is what he said, responding to everything we're talking about. And look at what the people got to tell him. Look.
And that's the day. That's the day he talking about.
That's the day. That's the day. So don't retract the day. And look at the fucking avatars, Casual. I'm going to zoom in. Hold up. Look at this. Look at this. Can't wait to see Fury knock you out. 1,000 hard ups. This is only, he just put this out. This is fresh. 5:21. We're 2 hours late.
Let me get something real quick.
Let me finish. There's a lot more.
Let me just get something real quick.
No, there's a lot more.
I got you, but I think
go ahead.
You got to understand, though, the narrative that you're passing, I don't disagree with. But the problem is that did it retract means that you said something and then you took it back. Like, oh, I didn't mean it the way I said it. What he did was possibly take that stuff off because of the amount of hate and racism he was getting. Yo, you know how many celebrities put stuff up, and not even about race or anything, just about something controversial, and take it down because of the what it does to your mentality, what it does to your brain to have to read these ugly things and know that even though you know it's sure, you can block them. You can block
Mario. How do you feel if you say, "Yo, my people," and somebody's like, "Man, I can't wait till somebody smack you in your face." How do you feel? Your message to that person, what it means to them.
I hear you. This is the only problem. This is the only problem I have is that yes, it's wrong if he took it down simply because he didn't want to fight anymore, but we don't know that. The point is, though, how many people know he took it down? How many people just saw the video and heard the uplifting message and got inspired by it? They don't follow the Boxing Voice or Boxing Scene or ESPN. They don't know what, that he took it down. They just said, yo, AJ, one of the biggest stars in the world, he's on our side. He's on the side and he's ready to ride or die. Like, that's the message they got. So he could have uplifted thousands today. And yes, it is fair to hold his feet to the fire and say, yo, either you're with it or you're not, because that's the point I've gotten to. I'm done. I'm deleting you on Facebook. I'm unfollowing you on Twitter. I'm done. You're either here or you're not.
Yeah.
Listen, like,
I just don't
I'm not even like going like at this point, like speculate into some things that I don't know, right? I do hope that he hasn't retracted anything and he stands behind it, because that's what I'm expecting from him.
Well,
if he doesn't stand behind it, that's gonna be bad.
People
now,
in the chat saying that he's got it there. I don't see a video. Where's the video at? We on his live Twitter.
If he hasn't, that's good. If he does, if he's retracted or anything, and he doesn't stand behind it, that's a really bad look, because you have to stand behind your conviction. However, at this point, I don't know why we're talking about this, like, without knowing. At least from my point of view, without knowing, I don't know. I can't offer you opinion,
because listen, the thing is, you guys are taking it and making it about AJ. When
I am not making it about AJ.
I'm trying to show you the racism, right?
Right.
He's stepping away from it, and Sky is too. But if you read the comments, he's no longer UK's champ just because he took a stance. That's the conversation. But we can't get there because so many people trying to protect AJ.
I agree.
Look,
it's not about
AJ. Hold on, Mitty. I'm saying this, man. Right? He spoke against Day. Day responded, and then he backed away. So he didn't stand by what his message was. And that hurts my feelings, because I actually fell in love with him more after hearing that.
You know that for sure, Casual. That's the thing. Like, right now, coming into the show just like me. Did you know that? You didn't, right? You came into the show. I had no idea coming into the show that that's the kind of conversation we're going into.
Seeing the evidence. After seeing the evidence.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little frozen. I don't know if you guys were hearing me. I was trying to press my mute button. It's on the IG video, his second video. It's a second post on his IG, and it is a video, and the timestamp is 1:15:30 seconds. That's when he starts speaking the speech. So it is on his IG.
Well, good. I applaud that. I'm going by what we're going here.
Let's see.
Oh, Reese Fatal. Okay, Reese Fatal. Me and him used to get up to a lot of mischief. And you can never judge a man for who he once was. As you said, it's not what you do, it's who you are. So here we have from Fatal Reese. Today we join many thousands of protesters in the UK and many hundreds of thousands across the globe. We stand united against the virus that has been instrumental in taking lives. Lives of the young, old, rich, and even poor. A virus that is not apologetic, a virus that spreads across all sectors of our communities, sports, education, churches, entertainment, the media, and even the government. Not just in the UK, but across the world. The virus has been declared a pandemic. It is out of control. And I'm not actually talking about COVID-19. The virus I'm referring to is called racism. How long are we going to allow racism to spread through our communities? And right now we are in the community and affect our lives without using the vaccine you already have in your possession. What is the possession? Me and you. You are the vaccine. I am the vaccine. We can no longer, from today onwards, be proud. We can no longer sit back and remain silent on the senseless, unlawful killings, sly racism of another human being based only on what? Their skin color. We need to speak out in peaceful demonstrations, just like today, so well done, Watford. Inject the vaccine. We must not use a demonstration for selfish motives and turn it into rioting and looting. We need to be united in non-violent demonstrations, show them where it hurts, abstain from spending your money in their shops and in economies and invest in black-owned businesses. And that's for all communities if you want to uplift yourself. Invest in your own businesses. We have to engage with the youth, I completely agree with that, and put an end to black youth gang culture. I'm going to be real with you about gang culture. I'm down to ride 100%, but what you have to realize is done.
Listen, just the only thing I was going to say, we wasted a lot of time talking about a non-issue instead of talking about the problem that we have.
How is it wasted time? His network
still
took it down.
Hold on. Let me jump in real quick before you start, Mitty. The whole thing is that it was still pulled from other media outlets.
From his network.
They couldn't touch his media. Hold on. They couldn't touch his account because that's his own personal space.
Doomsday. If you make a statement, do you think that you will decide what goes on CNN or not? Do you think you're the editor of CNN or not? CNN, Sky Sports, whoever, they do whatever the hell they want.
I don't know how loud I am, but let me jump in real quick. Mitty,
Doomy's saying the same thing Mitty's saying.
Enrique, hold on, Shinobi. Nobody's arguing, Mitty, for that point that you're still trying to argue.
No, this was a very silly conversation. No. Infighting for no reason.
All right, hold on. It is silly in the scope that Ness thought that he had taken it out of all his media outlets. What's funny to me now is that I'm still proud of AJ because he kept it on his own personal account. He can't be violated there because that's his violation of freedom of speech. But they did take it from somewhere else. So we're going to hold those people and those outlets responsible for
exactly those people.
No, right? but how isn't that still an extension though? Like he's coming out. No, hold on. He's coming out. He's coming out and telling you how he's being treated because of what he said, and Sky Sports takes it down. That is the conversation that we're in the middle. Hold on, Mitty. It's going over your head, bruh, and it's going over everybody.
It's going over you.
No, we're in the middle of something about racism. And you see, you still think it's Wilder Joshua. Just listen to me. Listen.
I didn't talk about Wilder Joshua. I said, how is he going to control Sky Sports and their editorial stuff? What are you talking about?
I don't want him to. I don't want him to.
Sky Sports.
Exactly. You don't get it, Mitty. You don't get it because you're not. I'm trying. Let me explain. Let me explain. Listen. He said something. The network he fights for altered it. They edited it. It was 2 versions, okay? This is what we're fighting for. Injustice. He said, spend in your own shops, and because of that, they took down the interview, and then they re-uploaded it, edited, and they got rid of the audio. That is what we're fighting for.
Then we could have started to talk about that like about half an hour ago. Say, what is going on with the media? Just doing this and that, no say, Joshua doesn't stand behind his word, they're doing this and that. Where did we go there for?
Because I could not find it. I could not find it on his live. It wasn't on his Twitter. Obviously, they found it there. That was a 2-hour clip. I apologize. I didn't go through a 2 our video in preparation for the show, and I went through 5 other websites, 2 of them that took down the video, Sky Sports that took down the article, and the Instagram on Sky Sports, and the Twitter on Sky Sports, which is his network. Okay?
Yep.
But
I'm still glad you did all that investigative work.
The issue still is Sky Sports is they. Why does Sky Sports have a problem with what he said?
Now, AJ got to flip out on them because they are they. So it's like, yo, I'm a shinobi. You not for me. You not for my people and the people that show up for me. That's they. So yeah, that's my
really it's still. I just think it's ugly as Sky in the middle of what we're going through to alter his words. To alter his words, especially when everyone in America says, buy black, spend your money in your community. Why is that taken out of the story? That is the problem. That's what we fighting for. Why he can't say buy black? Why is that wrong? Why is he being attacked on his social media? Why all of a sudden Tyson Fury is the real champ? Why is he being attacked on his social media? Because he said buy black.
That's the closet races that we talked about. Like, don't get me wrong. What you're saying is absolutely true, and we need to start like speaking to those medias and say, why are you controlling the narratives? Like, when someone is being clear,
here we go.
Someone that's as influential as him is saying certain things, don't cut his message.
This
Just
is exactly
give it to a verbatim, and that's it.
This is exactly why I didn't want. You know, I thought he took it down, obviously, again, because it's not on his Twitter anymore and the video was cut. But Sky, like I said, took it down. But look, this is what he's receiving. He said, I agree with every part from 2 things. You said buy from black-owned businesses, which is clearly racist. How is that racist?
But you're reading like a response from who? From like
from
an
his
idiot
fans.
in the comment section.
No, from
exactly.
his fans.
From an idiot in the comment section. Like, we have all seen that. We have seen that on your IG. I've seen that on my IG, on my Twitter, on my Facebook.
I understand that he's an idiot, but he and those are the people that got the story retracted. Those are the people that got the video edited. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's terrible.
It's an issue. It's an
issue. Those are the people that's like, yo, all lives matter. Douse my house on.
We got like 50.
Not that house that's on fire.
How many states are over here in riots for this very same reason? And that's what I'm saying. Like, how in the middle of this pandemic do you alter a black man's words when he's taking a stance for his people?
That's the racism.
But that's the real questions. And, you know, those are the heavy questions that I was expecting and we should go into. That's hard, and that should not happen.
That's why I thought to mention that in the beginning, like it's something with the sponsors or something contractual. I mean, or is it just them just like saying, hey, we don't want that said on the network? I mean, it does raise some questions. Where the stance?
And this is why Wilder said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When the reporter asked him, what do you mean? We've been fighting for 400 years. So, but anyway, all right. I guess that took a turn for the wrong.
I think in light of things, I'm glad that you did the work, because even if AJ still got the keep of it, we know that AJ's the good guy, but we don't know about the other guys.
Yo, listen, my final thought on that is that I didn't do all the work you did, but I was very, very proud of Anthony Joshua for that speech. And I actually fell more in love with him, like, as I said throughout this. So Sky Sports taking it down, editing it, to me, they are the day. And now I have a funny feeling against them. And I never tuned into Sky Sports, I think. You know, maybe I have by way of another channel, but never have I searched and logged into Sky Sports. They
you
are
probably
the,
haven't, like, because I don't think they broadcast directly.
Right. No, but I'm saying, but if they own rights to fights and I'm watching in the US, they're getting a share of it.
probably they're part of like a broader corporation worldwide, and you probably like Rupert Murdoch involved somewhere on some like US network. But anyway, that's a different conversation. My final thought are exactly what we came to at the end. We need to talk about those people. We need to talk about like when we have, people that are influential, people that can inspire a lot of people that are talking very sensible words. Those words should not be, edited to fit whatever narrative they want. And it seems to me that they only talked about him trying to appease the violent movement rather than just offering some of the solutions that we've been asking for. What can we do to change the mindset of the people? Hit them in the pockets.
Mitty, do you think Sky Sport felt like they are the person or the company?
No, I don't think so.
AJ was saying, don't spend your dollar, your black dollar in.
I doubt it, but I'm sure.
All right, so then now did they take
wait there.
Did they take it that way?
Wait there. Whenever you have like messages like that goes into news outlets and they're about to broadcast it, they have like all kind of like editorial conversations. Say, hey, what message you want to push? And so at some point in a boardroom, some people that felt threatened by what he was saying definitely decided to make like a decision to edit that stuff, right? And they must have felt threatened. So
yeah. Get it though. Somebody didn't want that. Somebody didn't want a famous person and a black American saying that to not buy stuff in their stores and stuff like that. So that's where the question gets raised. Like who feels like this?
That's not the first time. Also, like I don't know if you know, you definitely know the John Boyega, right, who plays in Star Wars. He did like a similar protest in London where he started one of his speech by saying that, hey, I'm probably going to get in trouble or my career is going to be threatened for that, but F that. I'm not going to stay silent. But the fact that he said that my career is probably going to take a turn for the wrong or is going to be threatened by this is telling you that at the top level, there are people that do not like what he's saying and will just, sanction him, censorship him, and stop him from talking, stop him from being in like roles where he can be like a model because of what he's saying. And so that's not a new issue. That didn't start with AJ, that didn't start with what you've seen on Sky Sport. That started with even Kaepernick on your side. He just took a knee and his career is over from what I understand. His contracts with big corporations, sponsorship, over. That's the same type of thing. That's the same type of censorship. So that's what we need to talk about.
That's my point, yo. AJ's the victim in this. Even though he's probably not going to get affected financially, but, to a degree, he's a bit of a victim in this, man. I think it's censorship, and I think it's unfair. I thought he was nervous, though, but, look, it's still on his IG. I'm glad, for real.
Yeah. No, and again, it's that personal space they can't touch. I mean, the video is super hella long. I don't know who's going to really stay around to be looking at that video. But if anybody needs the stamp, it's 1 hour, 30 seconds. That's the stamp where he starts reading off the paper, which it was somebody else's words. I guess they just had like different little small speeches of what people were saying.
Right. Saying he's a friend of his, a friend of his who couldn't be there.
So it wasn't even his words. He was reading it for a friend. And, again, I don't know who the hell decided that they were going to pull all that off as if it was going to affect them. But, if we want to switch gears and maybe go into Willie Monroe Jr. being considered as Canelo's next opponent, we could go ahead and do that, fellas.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because
I'm still standing by AJ's words.
Hey, yo, go do some poetry. We skipping up to the next one. Willie Monroe Jr. Damn, how he get the ticket from left field?
Well, listen, there are some outlets reporting this, and some outlets have yet to confirm whether it's true or not. But Willie has definitely responded. Essentially, he basically just said, if you read the comment, one of the sources said that the problem is going to be the testing. or not the problem, but the hang up. Like that's going to be one of the things that needs to get negotiated. And basically, Willie Monroe responded by saying, "Let's start the testing now," saying that he's ready. So, what do y'all think about this name? And is it as good as the ones we've heard thus far?
He's been out of the ring for a year.
I think this shows you guys.
Yeah, a bit over a year.
I think this just shows you guys that we were right about assuming that it's not going to be a big name because of finances.
Right. I can see that. And Willie Monroe being a name that is big enough to attract a bigger crowd than a name that's not known. So, yeah, I like Willie Monroe, and I'll give him a chance. And I know he's going to prepare to take it and create an upset, and hopefully he does. But, yeah, I don't have no comment on it. Yeah, Willie Monroe. I'm with him.
So exactly what you guys said. Definitely the opponents, cannot be a big name because of the. Do we still get a good fight though, Mitty? Styles make fights. I think we get an interesting fight because Willie Monroe is a tactician, southpaw, right? And he doesn't just go in there just all crazy. He's gonna make like Canelo think, but eventually Canelo is gonna do what he's gonna do against like opponent of the caliber of Willie Monroe in there.
Willie Monroe was stopped by Triple G too.
It was
it'll be a
stopped by
common
Triple
opponent.
G, but he gave like a really like strength fights to Billy Joe Saunders. So it wasn't like the best Billy Joe Saunders, but it was a really tactical battle. Billy Joe doesn't have like the punching power of like Canelo or Triple G, but that fight was a bit of like I don't know if you guys say that, but we call it a damp squid in here. Like so, it was built up as like a good fight, but it never really caught fire because it was too southpaw, too tactician, and it wasn't really a fight. It was like tactics in there, right? So
Willie Monroe's also a Cuban.
Yo,
he is.
Yo, did Intrigue send in another super chat?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Go ahead, read it, cause I can't find it here.
What?
I can't find it at all because we read his.
He said at Mario.
Damn,
He said at Mario. Don't let my catalog fool you. You stepping into the ring like Brazil, and I'm Wilder. We know what happened with that. Z's sleep emoji. More Z's. Hashtag I got a new name for no smoke with the no smoking emoji.
Listen. I just want you to peep it. You talking catalogs? Well, mine's as hot as Victoria's Secrets. So
don't do nothing else. That's it. Stop.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
Yo, how he come up with that on the fly, man? Yo, Intrigue. Just give up now, bro. Chill, bro. Let's get to this Canelo Willie. Damn, Intrigue. You got a tough fight on your hands.
That's funny.
Man.
He killed.
Yeah, I missed Saturday, man. I missed the rap battle.
Man.
Shout out to my opponent Izzy.
Right now. You should not even vote.
What you mean, champ? I'm a real one. Get out of here.
I mean,
I'm a say shout out
right now.
Hey, they can laugh, but I laugh last and I laugh harder. Okay. Yo, Izzy, shout out to my boy Izzy, man. Yo, I was trying to make it by 1, but we couldn't do it. Couldn't make it happen or whatnot. But, Izzy still decided to spit something at me. So it's coming back, Izzy. I might do it tomorrow morning if I don't do it to you at the end of the show. But let's get back to Willie.
Yeah, Willie Monroe, right? Like the other name was Gabe Rosado, and now Willie Monroe. Who's more attractive in fight style? Considering that Gabe Rosado's the man with all the numbers. Willie Monroe probably can't match his numbers or above his numbers.
What the numbers we talking about?
You always talk IG numbers.
Willie, I don't even know. Let's see what Willie got,
yo. I'm saying, I remember you were touting hard about Gabe Rosado being the big ticket for money.
Yo, what do we say about Canelo if you don't stop Willie?
Willie doing better than Sergey Derevchenko, but he with Sergey. They at the 30s.
Isn't he like an R&B singer as well, Willie?
Yeah. He sing. He can
is
spit.
He really?
He can spit.
Yeah, man.
Nah, he ain't no R&B singer, but like he can sing. He ain't no singer. Like he ain't got no CD.
We giving Willie the whole 12 rounds though, because if he doesn't get stopped by Canelo, they're gonna look at Canelo a certain way.
He could, right? He could, because he's like the kind of guy that would be like evasive and stuff like that.
mean,
But I don't know what
G,
kind of like Canelo you'll find, right? So
did Triple G make it?
Gennady TKO'd him.
Gennady stopped him.
Like,
Gennady stopped him.
Fifth round or fourth round or something.
2015 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Canelo could body shot him, maybe. I mean, I ride with Willie though, man. That's my man's in him.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Willie presents a good fight, but here's the thing: I do think Canelo can stop him, not because I don't think Willie's not durable. That was a double negative, but you know what I meant. But because look, he's older now. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought as much, so it's like if Golovkin can put him out, you know, back in, what did Cash say, like 2015?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, then you got to assume that Canelo's got a pretty good chance.
Yeah, Canelo has a chance for sure, and that's why he's choosing him, right? He's gonna win, and you know, probably stop him, but like don't discount like Willie just, you know, using his skills and moving around a lot, and it's definitely not gonna stand with him. So he could go the distance, but if he goes the distance, like people are gonna start talking, right, about Canelo and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
and his alias is El Mongoose, not
El
the
Mongoose.
El Mongoose.
How much do you think is asking for Willie, like in a purse?
Like $2 million.
Yo, you gotta think. You gotta think. Derevyanchenko turned down 5.5. Billy was rumored to get 8. You know, so he got to be coming in low. He's probably under 5.
Hopefully they pay my man.
He's under 5.
I would say he's under 5 for sure. No, yeah, probably for sure. But I hope he don't.
5.
Yeah, if you Willie and they give you $2 million, you take it, right?
Yeah, I guess you got to. But
yo, if you Willie, listen. If you Willie, and they offering you $2 million, you take it because you never got $2 million.
Exactly.
And it's different than, you know, other fighters that have potential or have a belt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can hold out. You got a belt. This opportunity at a shot with Canelo, your stock only goes up. If they offering you 2, you got to jump on that. But I just want to bring that up. Top Rank isn't out here looking for investors. You know, DAZN is. That's why I understand a Willie Monroe versus Canelo. Final thought was that.
That's cool. I'm saying that it's a super middleweight fight, and Willie is not even ranked, I think. So, of course, they don't need to ask for money. Let's just make this money real quick. Here's an investment, and let's go. I'm going to watch it.
Real quick, Super Chat Intrigue the Incredible says, Victoria's Secrets, 3 laughing emojis. That dude was messing with Epstein. What dudes say Victoria's Secrets is hot? Sounds like you be wearing it like Oscar. Shaking my head. Hashtag I'ma expose you. Hashtag no smoke Mario.
Mm-hmm. He should have rhymed that. He
said hotter than the Victoria's Secret catalog, but the ball went over your head and he can't rhyme on the spot like Mario. What's wrong with you?
He should have rolled a rhyme on that with slashes and whatnot.
He can't. He not Mario.
Cause I'm getting real nasty.
He's not Mario, man. He's wasting $10 on cheap balls, man.
I'm getting nasty with the balls right now.
Yo, so when's this Willie fight supposed to be happening? Anywho,
let him know that's how nasty with the balls I'm getting.
I mean, you was all right last week. I hope this week you nasty though.
I'm nasty.
Yeah, I got $20 on my man.
Yo, so news and notes. Big news. Big news, like
big. It's the
bad
big
news.
show.
Big bad news.
Big news, bro. Like,
like toot your own horn.
Mikaela Mayer pops test positive
for COVID. Not steroids.
Yo, we going into straight conspiracy theorist mode. Mikaela Mayer trains in the same gym at the same time by the same coach and spars Shakur Stevenson, who's on the card, Jared Anderson, who's on the card,
Oh shit!
Who else was over there?
This breaking news.
Troy Isley, who's on the card. So, but only she
said they all got tested though.
Yeah, that's the important thing. They said like the whole team is negative, right?
Except her.
Because that's the same thing that came in my mind. They said, wow, if she's positive, the whole team and trainers and everyone must be infected as well.
Now
but
this COVID thing has been crazy. So if like you don't show symptoms now and then you could show them later, like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
they'll be there,
bro. Forget crazy. How does she have COVID? I showed my girl her Instagram. Like I follow her. Like how does she have COVID? She's been spawned, hitting the back. Like she has absolutely no signs. Meanwhile, that sweat is probably
a strong constitution.
But that's the thing. But that tells you something interesting about the virus also, right? So we talking about a highly contagious virus and stuff like that. She's in a gym like 24/7 right now with them. And like you say, she's hitting the same, bags, she's sweating and everything. So those guys are not positive, but she is. So how contagious is that virus that we've been told?
No. And listen, and I'm gonna go. I remember I said conspiracy.
She's probably pre-symptomatic, where don't have any symptoms and you still transmit. Maybe she encountered that kind of person. That's
but the crazy thing is, like, she's trained around all African Americans, and we supposed to be prone, and she got it. She trained with the real big baby, Shakur Stevenson. Her trainer is Kate Kimura, and she the one pop. When allegedly the numbers say 60% African American and Latinos are the ones contracting the virus.
Yeah. So I think what it tells us is that we're still learning about like that virus, right? We still don't have all the info. We still don't really know how that works, how easily you get like contaminated.
Right.
So it's interesting, but like, hey,
you said conspiracy. What's the conspiracy you came up with?
I mean, what you mean?
You say, yo,
hold on. Low Mike
Al is here.
Yeah, there you go. I heard him a little better.
He did something to his audio settings because his mic, he got to go up to it now.
So this is
it's active. Your mic is active, but you're doing something different physically with it for us to hear you.
My other mic had gone out. Something's going on, but real quick. Yeah, this is the $10 John. But being honest, like, wouldn't you guys, like, if you were in her corner, tell her to take another test? Because like, isn't some of these tests like showing up positive and they're not positive? And like, it's money on the line. Let me get another one real quick.
Let me tell you something. That's why I said this the conspiracy, right? Because Enrique a few weeks ago put for Untitled the Tarzania thing, and it's like, yo, how do 5 people in your camp test negative and she doesn't? So that's what I'm saying. That's the conspiracy. She's showing no signs. She's hitting the same bags. Are the tests wrong? Just like the president of... You don't remember, Enrique? You looking at me with this blank face. Yeah. Because you the one put the video.
They turned in motor oil and it came back positive.
So that's what I'm saying. That's the conspiracy.
And by the way, vice versa, there have been tests that show that somebody was negative when they were actually positive. So,
right, it's confusing. No, I thought it was conspiracy theory. I thought your theory was like, oh, this is how she's pulling out of a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no. What? I mean, even though I'm not saying
even though they did say that her opponent was like really good, right?
I don't know. I heard something like that.
Yeah,
we heard that on the chat, but we don't know. I don't know. Helen, but I actually, conspiracy for real. Conspiracy for real. I'm about to get her Instagram for real. What if you right? The whole team is clean and not you? Let me show you who she about to fight. This remind me of Alejandra Jimenez. I forgot to tell y'all. Watch this shit.
Oh, show me.
It's Helen Joseph, right? I remember they told us, here she go. Oh my God. I remember they told us last week, she's dangerous. And I'm like, man, what? I went to see this girl. Off looking at her, she's dangerous. She's dangerous.
Oh yeah, she is dangerous.
She's dangerous. And look at what she says. Look. Is it this post? No, because I already stalked her for like 20 years of her life on her Instagram already. 90% of her posts say, they don't want to fight me. They ducking me. That's what her posts say. But she looked like she ready to murder something.
Oh, wait, she got a nice jab.
Bruh, jab, she taking people out.
Damn, yo. I'm seeing her for the first time right now. With the,
Right there, this is where I fell in love with her. What? African, is she dancing that salsa? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I'm with her. I'm riding. But nah, I forgot to tell y'all that. You see, this is why it's good to follow them on Instagram, bro. Look, she's sparring men. Remember, this sound like a story I told y'all before. Look, she's sparring full-blown men.
Nah, but most girls do, right? Because like there's like shortage of like opponents, sparring partners, like so. It's not uncommon.
She's not that big. Look, she's not that big. That's Alicia Napoleon, who only weighs 168 pounds. So she is big.
She look alright, but Mikaela still got her, bro. Chill, champ. Chill.
Hey, look, I said conspiracy.
I don't see her like Alejandra Jimenez, man. Like she look. I see the facial features, but I see like
she look a little
more natural to
me.
What
was my girl name from fucking Boomerang that was a warrior? Like Eddie? Remember?
Yeah. Damn, I forgot her name with the flat top.
Yo, she looked just like her. Grace Jones. She looked like Grace Jones in Conan, bro. What is you talking about? You don't remember?
Yeah, but those are features, man. I'm not talking about.
She's a warrior.
She's a warrior,
she's
but
a
physically,
warrior.
She look like Jimenez.
Nah.
Jimenez look too ripped.
Yeah, Jimenez did not look ripped. Jimenez looked big.
She looked masculine physically.
She looked big and ripped. She looked juiced up. Plain and simple, she looked juiced up.
She looked like she could take off her sports bra and you'll be like, oh, okay, dude.
Bruh, I mean, did you not see this bicep right here, though?
No, she
looked like Richard Comey right here.
Yeah, she looked like Jimenez if Jimenez wasn't,
Kayla taller, though.
Super.
Coach.
I'm with Enrique.
Hey, coach, so now
as bad.
So now height wins fights, coach. You heard Doomy over there? Mikaela taller, though.
Yeah, and Doomy should know, right? His favorite guy is Mike Tyson, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm just saying that not just because she's taller. Come on, guys. Give me a little more credit.
Yo, shout out to Drink
she
Water.
Knows how to use her height pretty good.
Yo, shout out to Drink Water. He said, "No one can say no to this pussy." Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yo, I love it.
You went back to Boomerang.
Yeah. He did. He was in a chat with it, man. But that's it. Let me see. We got one more note. We threw this in here because you see.
I feel like I gave it a good spin.
No, well, you did. You went the way that I went. Like, I looked at it like that, too. I think McGregor's pulling this retirement so that he can box. He's tired of the whole Dana White connection. And I think if he retires from UFC, he should be able to box. Like, that would be some
upset over there.
That would be some weird contract, right? Coach, again, you deal with promotion. Like, wouldn't that be weird that you retire from one sport, but your contract says you can't fight in another sport?
Oh, that would be strange. And I'm pretty sure that this is a clause that they probably would not have thought of just yet, right? So, hey, let me put a clause in there to say, oh, I prevent you from going into boxing, for example. Maybe some other sports, like Thai boxing and stuff like that, maybe, right? But I don't know, man.
Unless they renegotiated contract the day of the Mayweather fight, or not specifically the day, not specifically the day, but for that promotion, maybe he added more years to his contract, and maybe since that was a boxing match, they could have put that like, hey, you can't retire and become a boxer. But I think that would be highly strange, and some sort of lawyer should be able to get him out of there. But the question is, McGregor retires, but there are potential super fights in boxing that could draw him back one day. Spence, Crawford, Jose
Garcia,
Ramirez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney.
I think it can only be big boxing name that transcend boxing, not just like, the hardcore boxing guys, right? So
Right.
I don't know if it'll go into a Spence because, like, first of all, I don't think it's competitive, but that's not the question, right? It's like, do people want to see it? And I don't know if casual boxing fans want to see it because they know McGregor, but I don't know if they know Spence necessarily and stuff like that, right? Or not just Spence, like same with Crawford. If it's not like a big name like a Pacquiao or, names that have just gone into the mainstream, I think it's going to be difficult for him to get like
I kind of disagree. I think that, any fighter in boxing like Mikey Garcia with a highlight reel, Earl Spence, any of the names, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, to fight the guy that fought Floyd Mayweather, who's super famous in collaboration in boxing, I feel like that's a super fight.
I don't even think Conor has a chance unless he's doing something.
He doesn't have a chance.
But it's a story. But it's a story.
Yeah, but does he still have the same clout with him not being a part of the UFC anymore?
Oh, he does.
He's still part of the UFC. He's his name alone says UFC. You don't say boxing. You say that's the UFC guy.
Here's my thing. I do think that even if he stays retired, he will come back because if we've seen one thing from history, it's that when these stars are treated a certain way, they always want to come back and try to treat others that way. And I'm not saying that in an ugly way. I just mean that, economically their brands grow and they want to feel that. So I could see him coming back one day and trying to put Shakur Stevens, for example, in a position where he'd be the B-side and Conor would dictate the terms. You know what I mean? Something like that. I
get all
think
the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think Shakur could come back, though, for sure, and be a big fight.
And Conor retired in 2016 or 15 and fought 4 times.
Fought again, yeah. You're right. Absolutely.
Since then.
But I think it's going to – and the reason I use a guy like Shakur is because I think it'll be years before Shakur reaches the kind of status that, would warrant a fight with him. Plus, Shakur is smaller, so Conor will have that. And I could see him trying to pick on him, but then Shakur laying him out in 3 rounds.
Damn, you think Shakur Stevens could beat Conor already?
Easy win. That's probably the easiest win he would have.
Yeah, but Conor's a lot bigger, man.
Yo, your mic's disconnected, Jimmy.
I don't think that at this point, I don't know. I don't want to hype up Shakur because I know that he's still got room to grow, but I think he's that good already. And I think that he's more aggressive than Floyd.
I think this is just, look, there's a lot of stuff going on in the UFC with some of the fighters not being happy with what's going on in their contracts. George Masvidal being one of them. Everybody's asking for a way out. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on that side of the fence with that combat sport right now where some of these top guys want to leave. But that's what's happening over there. So I don't know what reason really Conor has. Because he was doing fine. He was doing fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, he beats Donald Cerrone with a freaking shoulder shot, and he was looking big. He was looking good. We thought we were going to see him and Khabib and all this other stuff, and now all of a sudden he's quitting. So I just don't know what the hell's going on. What was you going to say, Mitty?
No, I just heard like both you and Mario said like there's a few of them and big names that are kind of like complaining or just having an issues with their contract. So do you think it's like one of the big name making a stand and hopefully another one will follow and they maybe not really looking to retire for good, but just like shake things up, right? In terms of like contractually and maybe even like move to another promotion. I don't know, right? So
yeah, you're exactly right.
That's a good point. Yeah, for sure. I could see him doing that.
I must be a major casual because I didn't I love Shakur, but at what weight is he fighting Conor, bro?
I mean, again, I said like 3-4 years. I could see them fight at like 147.
Oh, 3-4 years from now.
Yeah. Not right now. No. That's what I'm saying. I think Conor's going to want to come back to box.
Bro, there's people in the chat like, Shakur's a dog. Shakur beats Conor. I'm like, wait, what?
No. He beats him right now for sure. But I'm saying that the fight like at a weight
even
class,
at the lower weight. Yeah.
Yeah, no. He could beat him even if Conor had like 20, 30 pounds on him. He could still beat him.
So what does Conor weigh when he fights in MMA? Is it like
he fought
155 or whatever?
I think he fought Donald Cerrone at
170.
Let's just imagine that he somehow he fought Shakur the same way he fought Floyd, which I doubt because it's a year, 2-3 years later. But bro, did you see how big he got? I don't know, man. Like, yo.
But let's assume that Floyd, who, let's be honest, played with Conor for a lot of that.
Yo, his internet.
It froze to you?
That's his internet.
Yo, Dan, look at his freeze face. Chill.
Yo, that's him. That's him busting the rap.
It hadn't done that again all this whole time, and then it does it right when I try to make that point. But yeah, listen, damn, I forgot what I was even saying. My bad.
You said Floyd was carrying him.
Floyd was carrying him throughout the fight. You know what I'm saying? Floyd could have ended that fight earlier. I know he could have. You know, he was giving people a show.
He was laughing.
He was laughing. Yo, when he hit him with one of those jabs, and he was like, "What?" Like, it was a clown show.
Shakur does that already?
I think so, bro. And that's the thing is, again, I don't want to overhype him and then have people say, "Oh, you're stupid." You know, this kid still got room to grow. He does. I just think he's already better than Conor McGregor.
Yeah, boxing wise, heck yeah.
So wait, Shakur beats Conor today.
He beats Conor today in a boxing match as close as possible to the weight. Obviously, there's weight divisions for a reason,
exactly.
Right?
Y'all talking like it's nothing. Yeah.
But like, if you were to tell me, you know, Conor McGregor sucks all the way down to like 145 and you know,
listen, it was like 3 years ago the Mayweather fight. But let's hypothetically, the lowest he could get is 147. Even that means Shakur got to move up right now 3 divisions. He's a 126-pound champ. He got to move up 30, 35, 40, 47. That's 4 divisions he's jumping up. And
I would have to just look at his walk-around weight to get a better grip on what the task is going to be like, because I got to give him his props on his skills.
Listen to me. He fights and is a champion at 126. What would Conor?
Conor can't get down that low.
But what I'm saying is Conor would be what on fight night? Shakur's going to be what on? Shakur's going to be 138 on fight night? Come on, guys.
Yeah. Weight divisions are in place for a reason.
Conor might be 175, bro. You guys are crazy.
Bro,
I think people are just calling it on skills, you know?
But
I mean,
listen, I'm going to go on the record and saying that a Shakur that weighs 135 to 140 beats a Conor that weighs 170 in the boxing ring. Does he stop him? Maybe not. But he definitely beats the brakes off of him. I'm talking 12-0, 11-1 tops. I'm firm on that.
Again, skill-wise, yeah. Maybe in a sparring match where it's not going, it doesn't have to be 100%. You'll see Shakur getting off a lot. But if we're going full-on blast, you know, a guy that's weighing more than 25 pounds, pounding on you, I don't care even if he's not hitting you solid. He's beating your body up with that much weight. So
I don't know, man. 4 divisions
unless you're evasive. I mean, look, we take it back to the boxing history. You know, there was a time where there was no rounds and there was no weight division, and the smaller guy would beat the bigger guy. You just got to be slick. And Shakur is slick. So, you know, he could stay away from a lot of his punches, counterpunch Conor McGregor, frustrate him, and maybe pepper him all 12 rounds. He might knock him out because, you know, he weighs a lot more than him, so it's not going to be likely. But, yeah, he'll work him the whole 12. Chin.
Yo, real quick before we start, because that was the last of our notes, I do want to real quick make this announcement. You know, in case you haven't figured it out by now, it is going to be the main event, Intrigue and Mario Money May Munguia facing each other next Saturday. All right. And on the undercard of Boxing Bars 5, Bragging Rights is the title to the card. On the undercard is going to be Cash Wheezy versus TJ Sims in TBV's first ever betting showcase fight, which I already have money on. So hit me up if you want to lose some more. And yeah,
hold
man.
Hold up. What? TJ's fighting Cash Wheezy when?
Next Saturday.
Oh, I didn't get reached out to.
Oh man, this was the card that I got.
I didn't see paperwork with dates, man.
He didn't get his payments, man.
Yeah.
Show him the check.
Hey, Enrique, that's because they ain't go through your manager. Look, they tried to go straight to Mario. Mario reading something that I don't know who sent it to him.
Yo, they be sending them email contracts to the fighters, yo.
Bro, I thought that was already done.
Nah, man. Me and
He
Enrique,
reading rough drafts.
Me and Enrique ain't read we ain't read the terms, and we ain't even we didn't even come up with what we want.
Man, so I ain't making that money yet. Damn.
Yeah. Yo, and then my opponent.
I'll tell Izzy to keep him on ice.
First of all,
my opponent switched to Idris now.
The pay-per-view is my fight.
Oh, did it?
I'm the pay-per-view.
Exactly.
How they gonna give me the undercard on my pay-per-view?
Exactly. They trying to. And Sony over here talking about see the bull crap. Bruh, that's what you doing. You trying to play my fighter like he's some undercard dude, bruh. Come on, man. Come on. He the reason 5 shirts
go ahead, Doomy.
He the reason 5 shirts, 6 shirts on the line. Ain't no other rapper get 6 shirts put on the line. And you trying to put him on an undercard.
Go ahead, Doomy.
I wasn't able to show up, family first. I gotta help the fam. Take care of a couple things, but I got a little heat. I got a little heat from the fam on the TBV chat and everywhere else, but it is what it is, man. And Izzy still got to spit his piece at me, and it was like I was seeing all the blasphemy. I mean, shout out to Naja, you know what I'm saying, sticking up for me. One of the many, few of y'all out there. But he still got to spit his piece, so I'm gonna spit something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell, champ.
My man confident over here. You better be nice, bruh.
Chill, Chizzy.
Coming on confidito.
And like I said, this is supposed to be a battle, but yeah. Hey, yo, who trying to come at the Chizzy? It's Izzy, but who is he? I gave him his name. Now he think he the Shizzy. But I'm a Mayweather your punchlines. You can never touch mines. East Coast Promotions, we a different bloodline. You always on the back call trying to get a cosign. I can play it like Shumanov, just a cut man in the corner. Still guarantee you'll be walking back to the locker room like Adrian Broner. You stepped out of line and called me out, knowing I'm franchise champion. You a gatekeeper like Austin Trout. Thought it'd be easy. Thought you'd get that clout.
Damn.
Why'd I fucking disconnect on Austin Trout? I lost it.
Whoa.
Yo, Doobie, you nice. You nice. This gonna be good.
Nice, man. But I wonder though, it's like it may be what we call a gym fighter, man. They're good in the gym, but we don't know about them.
Yo, hey Cash, you know your wheels is spinning. You like, Doomy came with that heat. You was expecting heat like that? Man. You was expecting heat like that?
It was good.
And that's I would have tried to make it, man, but I couldn't. And it is what it is, man. They threw another dog at me. I think it's Idris. So I'm ready for that too.
See,
man.
I don't even know about that. Like, listen, man, I don't know what's going on with all that, man.
I don't know. People don't know that, but he was speaking the truth. He's the one who called Easy as well. Like he gave him his name for real.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that was nice. That was nice, impressive, yo. Let's go out to these callers. Look at Cash over there, wheels spinning. Let me find out you already writing, Cash. Let me go out to these sponsors. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype from anywhere in the world to discuss the conversation.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right. We going out to King Born. What up, Brooklyn?
Hey, listen. Listen, peace, guys. The black man is the original man. But I told you about Christmas in Australia, right? Know what I mean? So listen, I got a Christmas carol. On the first day of Christmas, somebody gave to me a beat down and a knockout. So we know who getting knocked out, and that's Fury. You know what I mean? So we know that, listen, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I heard what you were saying. I'm with it. My son 25, so if I ever have another one, then it'd be different. But right now, I'm all for the boxing on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Now, let me tell you something. I'm a man, but, Helen Joseph looked rough. I don't think Mikaela Mayer wanted that smoke, y'all. Y'all hear me? She looked rough. Forget Grace Jones. She like Grace Jones on times 50. You know what I mean? She looked wild. Y'all still there? Hello?
Nah, we here, champ. We letting you
Hello?
rock.
I got you.
We letting you rock.
Yo, she looked wild, y'all. She looked wild. I just saw the Instagram. She looked banana-rama. Now, Willie Monroe Jr., she looked wild, yo. I'm telling you, man. Yo, that's my word. Yo, I'm being real with y'all. That's my word. If she like one of them Brownsville chicks, man, but rugged. She looked rugged. I don't think Mikaela Mayer want that. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because busted, right? Why she the only one tested for COVID and they all in the same thing? She probably made that call like, yo. Am I fighting a man or a woman? I don't know. And you see her in there sparring with cats. And, she look like she ready for, like, I think she could probably knock out, she could probably beat somebody in her. She looks rough. I don't think they want that smoke. Oh, the other thing, too, Ryan Garcia, man. Listen, man, let's see that fight with, I don't know, man. I think Ryan Garcia, he might turn into a head case, man, because that would be a good matchup with, you know what I mean, with paper mache, man, as you call him, this paper mache, man. But we know paper mache, even though he got a face like paper mache, we know he got some power. Can Ryan Garcia stand through that? And let me tell you something, man. They trying to set up AJ. He might lose some sponsors, but he got the money. He be all right. Peace, y'all. That's my call.
All right. Yo, my man said banana rama.
I'm taking that.
I'm telling you, listen. I haven't cried in a call before. It made me cry, man.
Yo, so wait a minute. Y'all ain't never listened to Banana Rama?
Bananas in pajamas?
No, not bananas in pajamas.
Not bananas in pajamas.
Cruel Summer. Wasn't that the Karate Kid? That was Karate Kid soundtrack.
Thing, 80s.
I don't think Doom even know. You don't remember the Karate Kid soundtrack? It's so cruel.
I remember it.
Cruel Summer. Nah, man, this dude terrible.
I probably do, but damn, I haven't heard it in a minute. Last time I hit up a Karate Kid movie, shit.
Yo, you got to throw Brandon in Cincinnati in a bar. He said, "Do me lost" as soon as he said "shizzy." Showed his age.
I can't curse, champ. I gotta be creative.
Yo, I know. Yo, let's go out to Idris. What up? Wagwan.
Yo, what's good?
What up?
Yeah, man. My thing is about the whole, the AJ thing. Like, you're not going to retract everything you say when you spend 30 minutes trying to tarnish him.
What you mean? It's not on his Twitter. It ain't on Sky Sports.
He never took nothing down, though. What are you saying he took down?
He ain't take it off his Instagram.
Exactly, he didn't take it down from there.
It ain't on his Twitter, though.
It wasn't never on there in the first place.
It's a shorter edited version on his Twitter.
No, it was never on his Twitter in the first place.
There's a shorter edited version on his Twitter.
Huh?
There's a shorter version on his Twitter.
Yeah, so but he's got the whole full 2 hour thing. You even done the timestamp. But the thing is, when Mario corrected you, you went back and you carried on and you tried to flip it and say, yeah, but Sky Sports. Listen, you guys are the day he's talking about, innit? From time you spent 30 minutes tarnishing his name. You guys are the day. He spent 30 minutes. You're doing the same thing. I read everything on the comments, IFL comments and everything. Like, you think we don't know? You know what I'm trying to say? You're just as bad as them. You spend 30 minutes talking shit about him when you don't even know what he's saying, and then you're not even gonna take it back when you know you're wrong. Like, come on.
I mean,
you casual as well, man.
Idris, I hear you, and I hear like you're upset. I was like upset at the same time because I thought it was like the wrong conversation that we were having, right? But don't waste your call either. Just bringing it back, right? Just let's move on and just agree that that mistake was made, and then let's talk about the real problems. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's my thing.
Yeah, I understand.
If you want to do your thing, but you want to spend 30 minutes tarnishing a guy's name, and then when you find out you're wrong, and you want to flip it like as if he controls Sky Sports.
But flip it how? The basis of my argument was always Sky Sports. Remember, my basis was always Sky Sports. I told you I woke up in the morning and seen the Twitter version. So I went to their IG to repost it. That was my exact words.
Yeah, and then you couldn't see it there because for whatever reason they took it down. So how's that got anything to do with him and his message?
And what I said, when I went to his IG, it wasn't there. It wasn't on the live. It wasn't on the post.
You said he was taking it down. There was nothing taken down. It's still there now. You didn't even say nothing about what he posted up 2 hours ago. You not gone on his Twitter. He posted. He went one step further than taking it down. If you get taken down, he even one step further. He explained. He didn't even take it down. He did the opposite of taking it down. He went further.
Yeah.
So, but you don't want to show that bit, obviously. You just want to.
I screen shared that. What is you talking about? I screen shared that as well.
But it's good, like when like a mistake is made. I told you, like personally, I didn't want to speak on retraction because I didn't know anything about retraction coming in there. But I heard clearly when I think it's Doomsday and Mario just like told Nest what was going on and then played it. At the end, I heard Nest saying, "Oh, okay, I didn't see that," and then we moved on to the press editing and all that. But I do agree with you. We wasted time talking about something to me that felt very irrelevant and felt self-destructive. We felt like we were fighting amongst each other when we're all fighting for the same cause. But, that's all I'm saying. But, I hear what you're saying, Idris, and I think you're right to kind of like point it out. But at the same time, let's not waste another 30 minutes on this and then let's address the real problems.
Yeah, mistake was made. And I think Ness made it clear that he made a mistake in that aspect. I really haven't gone back and looked at all the other networks or medias where it was either edited or taken down. But, we finished off that topic with, okay, we understand that it wasn't AJ. AJ took a personal stance on his IG and that, it was pretty much the networks that we were in question now. They're in question for taking, his message down in times like this. It's like with 20, 30 minutes of bullshitting that we did, but we understand that AJ wasn't the one that was, I guess, responsible for taking it down. It's the powers that be.
I mean, the fact that you got Carlito, right? He's a patriot. So he's like, I didn't do the research. Well, I found 2 articles, right? They took down 2 videos from Twitter, Sky Sports Boxing, Instagram, Sky Sports Boxing, and on AJ's Twitter, there's a 30-second video of the 2-hour video that we now find out because the internet has the 2-minute speech, not the 2-hour one.
Yeah, the 2-hour ones with other people speaking as well, not just AJ.
Exactly. So I didn't scroll through a video that doesn't just show AJ on his social media. He's got a 2-hour video that doesn't show him in speech mode. He's walking around parks and shit. So that's the research I didn't do. And kick rocks. Y'all mad that the truth is out and Sky took it down. Okay? That's the problem. Sky took it down. That's
the arrow's not pointed against AJ, and we're not we're not saying that anymore. We the mistake was made. The arrows are being pointed at whoever took it down, whoever thought that it should have been taken down, which we're pointing at the networks where they took it down.
Anyway, we're going to Greatness Harlem.
I'm just looking for.
All right. Trey in the Bay.
Hey.
What up?
Disguised voices who they really are, like we never did know or something. Hey, everybody putting their foot in their mouth these days. Everybody putting their foot in their mouth these days. That shit is great, ain't it? It's awesome. And I love to watch these cats backpedal and get these fake ass apologies and shit, and they sweating, they losing money. Boy, who knew niggas could be so expensive? All right, y'all, that's my call.
Going out to California.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, what's up, my boxing brothers? Can you hear me? I'm clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's up, people? Hey, as far as the Wilder and Fury in Australia on Christmas Day, that's cool. That's like a blessing from the boxing gods. And far as Willie Monroe fighting Canelo, that's a BS fight. You sitting that man to the slaughterhouse, and I like Willie Monroe. I met the dude with TBV. Dude is cooler than the fan, but I don't like the fight. As far as AJ and the backlash from Skype or whatever have you, that's what happens when you speak truth to power. I just seen a video of a black dude that he owns. He was renting a storefront, and the white owner of the property evicted him because he seen him at a peaceful protest. So that's what happens when you speak truth to power. Shout out to all those who are speaking up, entertainers and performers or whatever, those who have a platform. But this is what it is. These corporations, as long as you dancing, singing, throwing the ball, entertaining them, you good. As long as you don't speak out about the ills that's going on in the world, they gonna come after you, no doubt. So expect that, but stand 10 toes down and keep doing what you're doing, because we can't stop this momentum of speaking out against injustice that's going on around the world. Mainly by, like I said before, on the Untitled, this is a corporatocracy. Cash rules everything around. So that's why you can't get mad when people talking about go patronizing your own. How long we gonna be working for other people? So those who that are saying that mad at AJ because he's saying patronize your own, those are the people that are the problem, that are the racists.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. See, it's going over people's head. Because of the backlash he received, he said it ain't even his freaking words. That's what is going on. That's his Twitter post.
But the thing is, like, he didn't say, the way I understood it, and I read it like whilst we're on the show, I don't think he said that's not my word to distance himself away from those words, right? It's not, that's not my word and I don't want to say anything and, I don't stand by those. Because if that's what he says, that's even more stupid. That's not your word. You repeat something that you don't believe in. That's stupid, right? He's saying that is clarifying something. He's saying, I'm making a speech on behalf of a friend of mine that can't be there. Obviously, he believes in what is being said. Otherwise, he won't be saying those words, right?
Exactly.
So I don't think he's distancing himself away from those words. And again, there's nothing wrong with someone coming with someone else who's putting something maybe more eloquently than you and repeating those. I have no problem. I could do that. He has the platform. He has the name. Those words will resonate more and louder spoken from his mouth than from his friends that no one knows, right?
And just so it's clear, the information real quick, the information about it being somebody else's letter was already previously known. So everybody that was there, from what I understand, the journalists, they had all gotten word that he was reading somebody else's letter. So it wasn't like he came out and was like, well, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I mean, maybe you could interpret it that way, but that's not really how it went down. He, it was already public information that he wrote a letter, that he was reading a letter.
That's how he opened up the speech anyway. He just opened up the speech saying, hey, those are not my words. This is like from my friend Reese, who cannot be there. That's what you hear that in a video.
And just like you said, it sounded like he had practiced it. So he already knew what the words were. It wasn't like he was reading it up there for the first time. I mean, he put emphasis where emphasis needed to be. He said things with passion, and it was articulated in a way that you could see was rehearsed. So these are words he believes in.
Even added some stuff, so he paused in there. He said, when he talked about gang, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna give you my perspective.
Yes,
the gang thing is dead. It's an old thing. I've been through that. Let's not go down that path again, right? So that speech was powerful, all in all to me, and I respect what it said, and I don't even want to talk about like retraction or whatever because it's taken away from what we're supposed to be talking about. But at the same time, I appreciate the point that you raised, Ness, because it's now making us look at other things, like things being edited and the powers that be that tries to take the narrative or take a speech delivered by one of the leaders and then only pass on whatever they want to pass on. Yeah, take out some bits and edit and say, okay, we like that part, but we don't necessarily like that part. And that is wrong, right? And that is something that we need to speak out against. And thanks for bringing that up, because we could have just gone into half an hour of discussing that, because that's really good and that's good conversation and that's good to open people's eyes to that. Anyway, sorry for the rant.
No rant. Very good points. And again,
Doomy, you even lower now.
I said good points. And again, if we really think about it, man, the disgusting stuff that was seen was the stuff on the Twitter post about people kind of like saying that well attention. Said. That attention is what really kind of got to me. Like, what the hell? Like, you get to see people's true colors around this time, and I don't even think sometimes they know that they're showing them.
I don't know, man. I'm just wondering if that is gonna strike a nerve with him. You know what I mean? He can't even speak his mind without it being edited and without he be considered a racist.
That was the part that was ugly to me, was the fact that he's saying a message about supporting, black Patreons and Patreons of color, the Latino Patreon, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're everywhere. Like, this is the hustle. This is what we're all doing. We're on the internet hustle. And, I'd rather support people like Enrique and Ness, than Nike and Adidas. And, despite the fact that they give a lot of jobs, it's just that they're not doing nothing for us.
No, that's right. You're right. And, there's a lot of things that came through, right? People are saying, hey, corporation, when they feel that it's convenient, are riding the wave of Black Lives Matters, because right now they're seeing that everyone is turning towards it and just like rallying against the movement because everyone understands that's what needs to be done. And corporations are following. But some pictures or some people say like, oh, please show us your boardroom real quick. We want to see how much Black Lives matters to you, right? We want to check something out. Show us senior managements in your corporations. That, you can just stand behind your words with action. So that's like the relevant stuff that we want to see, and not the corporations that have dropped other people that have took the stance of their contract, their sponsorship deal, like Kaepernick, for example.
Exactly. Good example.
The same corporations that just were quick to just drop him or not sign him on another sports contract. So you have to be true to your word, the same way that we hope that all our leaders say something and they stand by it. Those corporations, we just need to ask them, are you standing by those words? Can you show us, like in real life, in true practice, that you really live by those words?
Kaepernick is karma, man. For those that don't believe in karma, it started with a knee and it's right back to the knee.
Yep. Well said. Well said.
We are going to Jay in Ohio. What up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Boxing Voice, man?
What up?
It's been a minute, man. But yeah, man, this show. I'm kind of glad you led off with the topic you led off with. When you think things have changed, and then when something like this happens, and you see how AJ is vilified, and even in UK, when you kind of think things is not even as bad as it is in the UK as it is in America, but unfortunately, you see it is, man. I don't know. I just don't understand why or how they are so sensitive to somebody saying support your own. I mean, here in America, I'm in Ohio. I've never really seen an Asian person pushing a Ford. They rock Toyota or Lexus. They drive an Asian car. They drive a foreign Asian car. It is not racist for them to do that. I mean, a Mexican, they're going to rock with Coronas or whatnot, and it's not racist for them to buy something that's of their own heritage. But when black people start to say something like buy their own or support their own, it comes across as offensive. Well, other nationalities just do it naturally, and it's just viewed as part of their culture. It's just black people's been blended into the American cultures, I guess, so much. It's just, I don't know if we don't have the ability to voice that anymore without coming across as we're not for white people, but we want to support our own. Because if we keep our money within our own community, we will strengthen our dollar. And I don't know why that is offensive to the white community when the white community already has a strong dollar. The black community doesn't have a strong dollar. So I'm just amazed at the sensitivity, even of the UK fans going at AJ the way they go at him. And I mean, he's not saying nothing that's crazy. I mean, the Arbery case, the only reason why that went national, then went global, was because the white dudes who chased him down and killed him, they released the video. They had the audacity to release the video just to say, yo, what's wrong with chasing down a black dude and killing him? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how they are the sensitive ones and getting so offended for somebody saying, hey, I want to support my people. And that's my call, man.
Hey, just a quick one. That was a really, really good call. And there's just one thing at the start that, resonated with me. And a lot of people make that mistake in the UK. And they use that argument, say, oh, this George Floyd killing happened in America, so why are we speaking out? This is not an American problem. This is like a worldwide problem. Like, everyone should feel concerned with those issues. Racism exists everywhere. And in the UK, I've had the chance to travel around the world and then to live in the UK and in different countries. I can tell you that I'm comfortable with UK culture, and I can honestly say that this is one of the countries in the world where I feel the most at ease and at peace, because there's good integration, at least in London. But it's not to say that racism doesn't exist. It does exist everywhere. So people have to stand up, stand against it everywhere, not just like in America or being an American issue,
To me, it was incredible in the way the global community stood up, and how racism is everywhere. The black man doesn't just suffer in America from it, but in all over the world. And it's just I think it's become a united front for just the people at the bottom of the pyramid, so to speak, looking up at the pyramid to those in power at the top, eating their shrimp and lobster, and so to speak, and just kind of not worrying about the ones at the bottom of the pyramid. And, it's become sort of like, fight the power, fight the powers that be. I understood when AJ said, don't buy, don't abstain from buying from them or they or however he meant it. I took it as from the powers that be. And it's no mystery that the majority of the big corporations and businesses are white owned by white males. You know what I'm saying? It's not a mystery. I don't have to say that, or it's not like like people don't know about it. And it's not to even like focus it on the racism, but when you abstain from buying from these big corporations, you're gonna, if they weren't moving to do something about it because they were just comfortable in their own world, they're gonna get moved now because it's affecting them. So this type of protesting is so effective because that's where you hurt people the most, is in the pockets. That's where you can make a change. And the big corporations, they're the ones that have the influence in Washington, the lobbyists, people that know about politics, they hear about this stuff. So when you abstain from purchasing from these big corporations, I'm not saying that big corporation leaders and owners are not, with the movement, but those that are just choosing to just stay neutral and not do nothing about it, guess what? When our money's not pouring into your corporations now, you're going to do something about it. You're going to make the call to Washington and say, you better get this shit together. You better make shit fair. You're messing with my money, So, yeah, I got the whole AJ speech, man. And I never took it as racist because I'm not focusing my thoughts on that, But I'm here to tell you, too, I'm not going to be ignorant to it either.
Boston Jared, who is a patron, says, sounds like some of his sponsors got pissed at what he said and they went back and edited the most controversial parts of the speech. Let's go to Jose. What up? Jose, first time you call in, huh? I mean...
Yes. What's up, y'all? I've been waiting to get on.
What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. First and foremost, I want to get back to... I don't know if you've seen that tape against Ryan and fighting Willie. I mean, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm a little saucy right now, but Ryan fighting my man Rolly, the Mayweather camp, but he was getting served up in the last couple rounds. So before
you talking about the sparring?
Yeah. Sparring, nevertheless, you in the ring, you fighting.
Yeah.
But he kind of got served up on that, and I think if anything, he need to give my man a shot. Let my man make some money. Just like Mayweather said. But on the whole topic, just the whole topic of what's going on in this country right now, in the world. I mean, read the Lynch letter. This has been a mind boggle from way back. It's been a control thing. So that's all I got to say about that, man. And like I said, I'm a little saucy, but I love this program and I definitely want to be involved. I got a lot to say. Just right now, you caught me at the last minute. I thought I wasn't going to get called on. I was just about to get off. I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, I don't want to leave it at that. I also want to say about my man Deontay Wilder. He needs to get his skills right before he go back in against Fury. I know he got the 1-2, and he got that from my man Mark Breland. Other than that, that's the man he need in his corner. He don't need no one else.
Hey, great call, Jose.
Very good call.
Thank you, Jose.
We going to King Amin in Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, peace, fellas. Peace, family. Yo, great topics. A bunch of good topics. I want to start off with it's a reason why stateside we got a big reaction to what AJ is saying. Now, first off, I'm gonna say I know I could say for a fact by my observation, AJ has never been afraid of what the public is going to say, because UK can be particularly Islamophobic. And there was a time where AJ was going to masjids and really participating in different situations. So, I don't know what the confusion was about it, but I think I heard Ness say that AJ was the victim in this. And I think everybody is bringing it back to the point of the corporations and the powers that be is what we should be looking at. We only looked over our shoulder at AJ to make sure that he was saying what he was supposed to say, because we had to deal with Michael Jordan coming out for many years challenging his integrity when he's talking about Jordan's was since the 80s $100 a pop when only dope dealers could get them, and he didn't care about the price point because he said, well, Republicans wear Jordans too. So it's a whole different situation. We have to get to the point where we checking everybody that open their mouth. So that's my say on that. The other thing is we got to give credit to Real Naja Chick, because she was on Patreon And I'm not saying she the first, but she mentioned first that, the little conspiracy theory about Mikaela Mayer backing out. So shout out to her on that one. Doomy. I see you when I see you, kid. I'm out.
Damn. See that? Those are the challenges I worry about. It quick, short and sweet. He going to the lab.
You ain't even expect that.
He said kid, man.
Yo,
chill.
Let me
I think he coming to cook up. Those were his words. I'm cooking.
I see that.
I'm cook you. I'm gonna cook you.
Natural Wiz, what it do?
What up, guys?
What up?
Good topics. I mean, over here in Canada, it's not like the level of U.S. obviously, and it's not like in the U.K. I know I do got some family up in Birmingham and whatnot, and they got me in a chat and everything, and I see some of the stuff that's going on there. But I'm more interested in the whole the corporate thing with Sky. Like, I really want to know who was pulling it down, right? Like who was the main person? You know what I mean? Like, see through all the BS or whatever. And I really want to know who's at the top. Like, who's at the top, because someone probably, one of their publicists or whatever, shot it back to the big guy or big woman, who knows, and probably, took it down. But as far as that, Shakur Stevenson and McGregor, I don't know, man. Yeah, McGregor's big, man. If he's coming in at 170, he's walking around probably 185 easy. For some reason, MMA guys tend to be big. They're well over the 10% limit. I do follow MMA and whatnot, and I'm a fight fan at the end of the day, but still, I would probably give it to Shakur and edge out, just because of he's more boxing, right? And McGregor still has a gas tank issue, so if he can just keep the pressure on, it's going to be easy work for Shakur. Plus, Shakur's hungry and he wants to make a name at the end of the day. But for the Australia thing, that would be sweet. That would be nice. I would like to see that. I'm not too sure what time that would be. Like, I'm not too sure. What are they, 5-6 hours ahead, or whatnot? I would definitely watch that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But yeah, man, that's a good show. I'll continue listening. I'm out.
They're 12 out, or they're 14 hours. It's 12 to 15 hours ahead of us.
Natural
was that a first time caller?
Nah. Natural Wiz, man. Thanks for calling in.
He mad because I get the better fights. He mad because they still like me more. He mad because I got better numbers. He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no. So once when I get on that stage and I come at you, better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. I'm telling you.
The champ is here. The champ is here. That's right. Hey, good show. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm going to say on where we at in the world is 3 words. Reparations, we want it, and term limits in Congress. That's what we need. You know what I mean? That's some of the things we need. It's a lot of things we need, but them 2 of the things that, you know what I mean, to fix a lot of things. We need some new blood to come in, because change ain't going to happen with these old folks. Democrat, Republicans don't even matter. They ain't going to do nothing. They go where the money go. And then on the Wilder Fury and all that, I done said it shows before. I ain't speaking on nothing pertaining to Wilder. Besides, Wilder is knocking Fury out. I don't care about the location. I don't care about what excuses Wilder say. I don't care about none of that. It's over. I'm making a whole bunch of money come that fight day. And then thirdly, no smoke. Mario, I got a new name for you. You know what I mean? We call it boxing bars on Saturday, but it's not going to be called boxing bars no more. It's going to be called Smoke Session 101, because you're getting smoked. So no smoke Mario won't be appropriate no more. I'm going to have to give you a new name.
I'm gonna have to name you like a little child, cause you're gonna be a child when you compare it to Intrigue. Don't let my catalog fool you. I grew up off hip hop, Mobb Deep, anybody, you know what I mean? Smith and Wesson. I go back to the catalogs, take it back there. That's what we're gonna do. This gonna be, I just don't know. I'm just gonna show you how to skin a cat, a fat cat at that. Mario, it's gonna be a funeral on Saturday. That's all I got to say.
Yo, that's dope. Sound great. I'm the same thing. Smith and Wesson, Mobb Deep, Wu Tang, all of them. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, that was nice. I listen. I'd be a lot more scared if I heard this man spit a bar. But that's all I'm gonna say is, I don't know. At some point, you could keep telling me that there's a monster in the closet, but
I think
when
he was
don't
talking
do
about Reptar bars or something.
when he don't do nothing monster like, then I don't know what it is. Then, but it don't scare me no more after that.
Mario, he just want to be heard. That's all. He just want to be heard.
That's it. He
that's
trying.
That's why I told you I listened to the same thing, and you heard me rap.
Yeah. Listen, he just wants promotion for the album. That's all he wants. He gonna come get bodied. That's all he knows it. He's just building anticipation for the album.
Well, real quick, super chat. Boston Jared says, "Let somebody at Nike try to censor LeBron. He would have that person publicly slapped." Okay.
That'd be like on Game of Thrones. Shame. Shame.
Yeah, man. That's the story right there, bro. Censorship. During this time, they had the balls to still do that. That's what I'm saying. We got Sony, the commish.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, like always, I'm going to respect the show and go off the topics that you guys discussed. As far as Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fighting on Boxing Day, I like it as long as they get the fight hashed out. But it seems like to me they're starting to go further and further away from the United States with this fight. And I think it's only to keep the fight relevant because contracts that they have gotten in other places they have mentioned are probably starting to die down. So they're bringing in new places just to keep the conversation going, which I really don't care about as long as the fight happens. As far as Ryan Garcia and his next opponent, if it ain't Linares, I really don't care. And I'm really not hating on Ryan Garcia because I think all top fighters needs a tune-up before they really start trying to get into the formidable opponents they was trying to get at. Joshua's injury, I'm not really worried about that because we all know over in the UK, when it comes deep down to it, they take care of Joshua. So that injury he got, they going to make sure that's good before he hops into a ring. Willie Monroe fighting Canelo, same thing that I said about Ryan Garcia. It's a better fight than Ryan Garcia's supposed opponents. I like Willie Monroe. So, if they going to give him a crack at Canelo, I'll watch it because, it's boxing coming back. Mikaela Mayer, if she popped, she popped. I don't care. As long as they take her through the grinder for that shit. McGregor retiring, Floyd did, so we can't knock McGregor for doing it. And then AJ taking his stand and what's the real beef of the conversation has been about. When you're a person like AJ, it's sort of like Michael Jordan, what he had to deal with when he first came into the sports world. It's going to be a lot of corporations at his neck about whatever he says. And I think AJ is at a point in his life where he knows, I'm going to speak my mind, but I know it's going to be repercussions. And right now, from a corporate standpoint, he's getting those repercussions. But at the same time, I'm not really mad at AJ. I'm not really hating on AJ because I like what AJ said when it comes down to it. And as far as the boxing bars, I apologize if I prematurely announced Cash versus TJ. I just thought after yesterday's show, it was thought that it was going to be next week, and it would have just been perfect for the Mario versus Intrigue because TJ cannot battle June 20th because he has a family obligation. That's all I got to say. And do me, you played this yesterday, but it's all right, dude. One love.
Real quick, super chat. Christopher Smith from the UK says, together, let's change the world. Love each other. Shout out to you, champ.
Shout out to you for sure.
UK. It's my homeboy. Don't let me down on Saturday, Whiskers. Muscle up. Emoji.
I got you, bro. Put the money on me. I'm telling you. Get them bets going in the chat. I'm gonna send you home with the bag. If you got somebody foolish enough to give you even money and they pick an intrigue, bro, that's the easiest money you ever made. Come on, you buying Apple when it's at 75 cents.
Hey Ness, what you think about TJ not being available? You know, I'm ripping rhymes out and starting all over, coming stronger. Like, that's kind of a bad thing for him.
I mean,
bro, I think either way, he just wanted shirts. He was like, yo, I'm just going to battle him. I'm going to get slaughtered, but at least I get shirts.
Did you get to this Christopher chat? Is together, let's change the world, love each other?
He read that one first.
Oh, man, I dropped the ball. All right, so, I mean, Cash, it's on you. You the A side, right?
I'm the A side. I mean.
So, do you need, is you good for next week, or you want to do it when he come back from, whatever?
I'm saying like this. I'm main
event. That's what I'm saying.
That's,
so
that's what I'm saying. But I think Mario main event too. So I ain't trying to collide.
But that's what I'm saying. You need to be on your own date. So that's cool.
So we might have to push later Saturday night.
Yeah, you got 3 weeks. You're going to have to do a 3-week thing with him.
3 weeks, man. That's too far away, man, for that payday, man.
All right, so you could look, you could get in there cause you and Sony, like, look, you won, but you know what I'm saying? So you could go back with Sony while you wait on TJ. Since you don't want to be out the ring that long. But look, that's for a Saturday.
All right, let's do that.
That's for a Saturday, you know what I'm saying? That's for a Saturday.
Yeah, we talk.
All right, let's get to Steve in Chicago.
Cheers.
All right, let me start. Can you hear me good?
I hear you.
All right, let me start with this Tyson Fury, Deontay. I really don't want to see it in Australia. I don't believe it's going to be in Australia. I still think it's going to be here in the States. We'll see. But I have a hard time believing that. And then with Ryan, I'm gonna put Ryan and Canelo in the same subject. It's going to be sad if these guys take these kind of fights for us as fans. Really, both of those guys, we're expecting better competition from them, but it's just going to be bad for the sport if with this virus going around without having the gate revenue. If we're going to have to stick with this type of fights, I don't know. I don't like where this is going. And then with AJ, let me ask you this: you remember when Haney came out and said that I ain't going to lose to no white boy? Wasn't it all the UK fans that were upset that I don't remember any US fans being upset about that. And as far as AJ saying support, what is wrong with that? And here's the issue I got with this, Ness. Where's Eddie at? Eddie was jumping for him in Saudi. Yeah, you made all this money. Yeah, 2-time. Yeah. Well, how come Eddie don't stand up for AJ now? Where the fuck is Eddie at now? How come he don't support the guy? How come Eddie's not supporting him? Shouldn't he be? I don't see with Wilder. I don't see Shelly Finkel or anyone at Fox saying anything against Wilder or shutting his mouth. Do you? As a matter of fact, I see them supporting Wilder. And if you remember the rim walk he had with Fury, they supported what Wilder wanted to do. So where's Eddie at? That's my question to you, the panel. Where's Eddie at? It was okay for him to say 2-time when he was in Saudi, but it's not okay for him to speak up for AJ now and got his back?
That's true. I thought the same. Where's Eddie?
What you think about that, Ness?
I mean, it's so fresh that, Eddie may have to address it on Monday, or they're trying to silence it for it to be forgotten. That's what media does. They say, okay, it's going to blow away and people will forget about it. So, it's up to you and me and others to like ask Eddie that question.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, like Eddie tends to do the right thing by his fighters, and generally speaking, I think on those type of issues, I think he tends to do the right thing. And I don't know, like you said, he might take his time to come and make a statement if he really sees that, there's a lot of things backfiring against AJ. I don't know if he can speak on censorship, because I don't think Eddie had the right to remove censorship from newspapers or stuff like that. I don't think that's in his power, but that'll be good for him to say where he stands. So that would be nice, but I don't know. Like Casual said, still fresh. Let's give him the time and let's see if he comes and backs it up.
I'm sure Eddie's behind AJ. I mean, Eddie posted on Blackout Tuesday, so he showed his support, and you got to understand, he does a lot of social media now, man. Maybe he addresses it on the live. He's damn sure gonna get asked on the live, and he goes live a lot.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to question him, to be honest. Like, and on these matters,
Yeah, real quick though, like I do want to say something, because like I haven't even looked at the chat right now, but I know that Steve's call probably divided in terms of Eddie versus Shelly Finkel or whatever, Matchroom versus PBC, whatever. I know it separated people, but I do want it to at least be recognized that what the man was saying. You know what I mean? Like, he's pro movement. Like, we're all on the same side. Like, I don't want to get lost in that. And I know that's exactly what Mitty was saying. The 100%, that's exactly what he was saying. It's like, we don't need this conversation because we're all on the same side. And so, he wants Eddie Hearn to be more vocal and say, hey, support, the movement, because it's the right thing to do. It's the human thing to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe you feel like Eddie's done enough, and that's cool too. Like, that's not the point. The point is that, we're all on the same side.
Real quick, we got a super chat from Intrigue, the Incredible, that says, and don't come with no weak Keith Thurman lines or anything related to my material that's out, or you're walking straight into a coffin. Hashtag just giving advice to the B-side.
Nah, I mean, listen, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's got some dope music. Like, I mean, that would just be hater talk. Nobody's gonna catch me saying this man's a bad artist.
Mario, listen to me.
But
I hear a nervous man. I hear fear. Why is he so worried about what you are going to do, what you're gonna write about, how you're gonna write it
that way,
what you're researching? Like, why? What's up with the fear, man? Like, when's the last time, a fighter walked into the ring worrying about his opponent? Like, bruh, I don't understand him. He's nervous.
I didn't even think of that.
Nervous energy. It's nervous energy. It's nervous energy. Why is he so worried about what you're gonna do?
I guess I would be worried if I was facing me too. So, I could empathize.
I don't know. Sounds weird to me. But we got Stone Bone Box. Oh, no, wait. Steve, I think Steve Tech said he was just listening. So if that changed, Steve, let me know. Stone Bone Box and talk to me.
Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, my bad, man. I'm driving back, man, to Clearwater from Tampa Bay. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie had something to do with getting took down. I ain't saying he ducking what he said, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie made some phone calls. AJ might not have the power to tell Sky Sports what to do, but apparently Eddie do, because he done threatened them before with the zone, and they already beefing. So they probably trying to do whatever they can to make up to AJ and Eddie. So if Eddie asked him to do it, I can see it being done. And AJ, he has been coddled a little bit by Eddie
to where he almost thought he wasn't black sometime maybe. And he could, be held. But as a black man, when you speak like that, it don't matter if it was somebody else wrote it. That if it come out of your mouth, I'ma hold it to you. And that's what white people are doing to him. And he ain't never really felt that. He's the golden boy. All of the white people cheer for him as he won a gold medal for him. So I think he'll get through it, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a time where it'll look worse if he stepped back versus if the networks are trying to push him back. Because if he spoke like that, no matter if it was his friend words or whatever, and if he pulled back from that, he gonna lose respect from a lot of, especially the American black guys who run around there. He got a pom pom squad over here. This guy's just picking him to beat Wilder and knock Wilder out, even after he got knocked out. Look at Mario. Mario still picking him to beat Wilder after they both got knocked. Well, he was picking it before Wilder even got knocked out. So I think he just got to swallow this, man. And if I was him, I'll double down. I'll come out even stronger because this is the time where you can draw a difference between you and the other athletes, where the other guys is talking and you willing to. He already got hundreds of millions of dollars according to Eddie Hearn, so it ain't like they can take his money. He already got it. So it might be time where you need to double down, and if that's how he feel, he might need to check them for censoring him or whatever and move on with it. And Shakur, Conor, hey, these guys like the Floyd Mayweathers and the Conors, when you reach that level, you retire every month. You know what I mean? Look at the rest of them guys. When you get to that level, you're making hundreds of millions of dollars. I retire every year too. Like, what I'm gonna keep fighting, and I can threaten you and then come back and make me another $100 million. So that's what I see going on. Dana White, he gonna get another bag out of Dana White because them UFC guys is getting paid pennies on the dollars to these boxers. So I'm gonna catch y'all later, man.
Stone Bone, thanks for calling in.
Great,
TJ,
great call.
Talk to me.
So what you mean? Y'all want to do this next week?
Yeah,
I mean, Cash just don't want to be on nobody undercard, bruh. He said y'all main event.
Angry Buffalo.
I'm offering him his first ever pay-per-view. He better take this and let it go.
Angry Buffalo.
It's that simple.
I mean,
I'm celebrating Juneteenth on Friday and Saturday, so I'll be busy both of those days.
He not on the panel at the moment to answer that, but I'll discuss with my client and see, can we accommodate you? Can that be one of the terms that we allow you to get as the B-side?
Hi, I'm the B-side and I made the offer. He ain't coming with no pay-per-view.
You right. You made the offer.
Exactly, because on the A-side, you heard Ellaby. Don't forget that.
I mean, Ellaby said that. Ellaby said that. Wilder sent an offer to AJ.
Eh?
Huh?
And? What you mean?
That offers could go both ways.
Yeah, all right. All I'm saying is I offered that for this week.
I'm gonna talk to my client. He not on the panel. I wish he was, so he could be stepping up to the play, but he not here right now.
He's trying to stack the card. We ain't where co-main events is great. I'm cool with that. We trying to stack the card.
The old school Don King card. I get you.
That's it. All right.
All right. I'll let him know.
So
So wait,
real quick,
I want to say,
there's a super chat.
I hope you made it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, Jarrett Lloyd, shout out to Jarrett Lloyd, says, I respect AJ for taking a stand. These hating UK fans need to put the bottle down. I'm rocking with Wilder for the rematch. I'm sending warning shots to the bud tenders. How come Willie Monroe got better opposition? That's hilarious.
His name manipulations are
Willie.
Bruh,
I know Jarrett Lloyd is the king.
Yo, name manipulations is the best word for him. So I want to say this. Shout out to all my patrons first and foremost, and shout out to any UK dude that lasted this long. You're right. I do need to apologize. I did think he took it down. We seen the video is there. It's a 2-hour video. Who the hell is gonna? Yo, what's the timestamp? Doomy said 1 hour and 50. Like, who's gonna scrub through that and make it here on time. I already read 2 articles and all the skies, but I am going to apologize to whoever lasted. Anybody who got turned off in the beginning, that's your problem. So I do apologize. I did think he took it down. I really did. I was under the impression that it was took down everywhere. So eggs on my face, man. Fucking bullshit. And that's why the mood changed. Like, once I realized I was wrong, I was like, oh my God, this shit, like, damn, I need a whole new day. It's like the egg don't come off your face. You know what I'm saying?
It's that green eggs and ham sort of thing.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand, but I think that's why, like, sometimes on like those type of things, especially, it's always like when we don't know for sure, and it's like that personal and that like dangerous for the character of someone. It's better to take the time and understand fully before we jump into it. Like I said, I never heard anything about retracting or taking it down coming into the show. So when you hit me with that, I was like, what is he actually talking about? And that put some doubts in my mind as to if he did that, I don't rock with that. That's for sure. But I couldn't see him doing something like that. And also, I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about the real problems, right? But anyway, that's...
Yo, real quick, super chat from Intrigue, the incredible, supposedly incredible, says, I'm cooking a fat piggy on Saturday. Who wants some honey baked ham?
I'm
chef emoji, chef emoji.
I guess he's
Yo,
cooking after the fight. I don't know. He's gonna need some comfort food. That's for sure.
Mario, please put a link of his music in the chat. I'm questioning, can he even rap, man? None of his super chats even like remotely sound like they're a bar or rhyme catchy. Yo, I'm cooking a fat pig on Saturday. Who wants some honey baked ham? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Put the link. I want to see what he working with, bro. I put the link in the chat, man. I want to see.
I got you. I
want to know. No, because this dude talked himself into a fight, too. I'm the one that's going to look like a shit promoter if this guy don't even have any talent. You know what I mean? I got to see what's up. Hopefully, he's the goods. Hopefully. Never know.
Man.
But did he freeze? I froze and somebody gone? What's going on?
Oh, you good? You good? I was just getting it. I was just pulling it up right now. I heard it. He I'll tell you right now, I know what you are going to like. You're going to like his video production. You're going to like whoever directed it. You're going to like whoever shot it. It's high level stuff. I'm not going to front. That's the thing. I'm not going to hate where
this is battle rap though.
Exactly.
Get ready, champ.
Oh, he's a nice musician. I'm a
time
great
to take
artist.
off it's time to take off the suit, bare knuckle fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
let me stop.
TBX with the super chat. He says, Ness apologized. Salute.
Yeah, I feel like shit, man. I feel like shit. I thought
You know someone clipped it, Ness. Someone clipped that apology.
It's all good. I checked and yeah, man, I didn't check that long ass video, so I thought whatever. We win some, we lose some. I lost this one. I made a mistake,
Hey, at least we got to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like it would have been really screwed up if we would have never got to the bottom of it.
Yo, I meant to send Intrigue's video to.
He put it to everybody.
I sent it to
he want everybody
he sent
to
it in the chat.
Hey, Intrigue, I'm about to play this on the show. You gonna flag me?
I swear to God, Intrigue, I'm super high right now. I swear to God, that was an accident, bro.
Okay.
Damn.
I like the drone shot so far. It's my live reaction right here.
Oh, we doing a wow. You doing a watch along?
All right. Live. Okay, what's this? San Antonio Riverwalk? What's this? Starring Intrigue.
He's from Atlanta, bro.
I mean, what? He can't shoot a video in San Antonio?
Oh yeah, that's true. But nah, that ain't San Antonio though. Oh yeah, this is the one that's like
this
a
little
movie.
Intrigue. This little Intrigue.
Yeah, this little Intrigue. He getting beat up on the block.
What year this dropped? 2 years ago. Oh, he really is getting beat up. Oh, they took his flag off. Stop flagging in the hood, little Intrigue.
They saying you can't. You ain't a rapper. You ain't gonna make nothing.
He went to pick up his flag. They're like, nah, give me that. Oh, but he still got the glasses on. There you go, Intrigue.
Yeah, there you go. See, He's
Okay.
walking down these two
So I don't
big
know what he's
bullies.
saying. I don't know what he's saying because I don't want to play the audio and get flagged.
Yeah.
Oh, they threw his headphone. That wasn't a flag. Those was headphones, purple headphones.
Yeah, bro. They scratched that CD all to hell. Yeah, little intrigue. He mad. He mad right now, but he about to pick up the mic and start rocking.
Pick up your head, Intrigue. Why you got your head down like that, bruv?
Here comes big intrigue
Look
time.
at the mirror. He looking in the mirror right now.
You're like a superhero.
When he looks in the mirror, what does he see? Oh, he see the Versace.
He got the Sachi bathrobe on.
He got the Versace bathrobe. Oh, came
Chill,
out.
I got the fake Jacob.
Came out Dapper Danny. He got the girls.
He got the girls. He got the girls. I ain't gonna lie. He got the girls.
Slim Thickies in the building.
I don't know if
what is he vaping in the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he should be vaping, but yeah.
He big dogging it with this mansion. This in Atlanta? Okay.
Yeah, it's Atlanta.
Damn, that's a nice gazebo, to be honest with you. He got the grill going on.
I just hope that after Saturday, whoever is helping him with his career don't start throwing that money at me.
I mean, he definitely spent money on talent.
Yeah, he did. Because that's talent right there. Just walking by.
Lot of talent. A lot of talent.
A lot of talent for show.
A lot of talent. He got the drop top Bentley.
Got the mirror on the wall.
Back shot. Oh, what? What? That's a chain. That thing big. What that say there?
I think it says the Incredible.
Nah.
Yo, blowing smoke out the roof, he said.
He hitting this pinata.
He got a Kim Kardashian pinata in the video? Oh, no. Y'all got to watch this.
Yeah, bro. I told y'all.
I got to hear it. I ain't hear it. I'm just watching it because I don't want to get flagged.
I don't know if he's your type of rapper, to be honest with you. I don't think you'll really vibe with this stuff because of your taste.
I'm about to get a
but
sample
it is
of this.
good,
Hold
though.
up. Let me hear this.
Mirror on the wall. Tell me what a baddie is. Where she at? I got nowhere to go. I got nothing to do.
Ooh, this sound like some heavy South. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's got that Atlanta vibe,
That
right?
sound like some heavy South. He better battle rap, because that's like a song right there. But he said don't fall for his old stuff. So.
Well, that's when he was good. So now I'm kind of worried for him. He said it was in Hollywood that he shot that. You know what it was? Because another video, he shows the Atlanta. Man, I can't remember the famous freeway in Atlanta. He shows the board for it, like when he's driving by. So that's why I got confused. Yo,
I hear you.
Look at that, still watching it.
I'm actually not. But is that the only one you got?
Nah, he's got a couple more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see some rap. That's like
some rap. Oh, this is my favorite right here.
That's like he's like making a hit video. Let me go out to Malaysia real quick. Vito finally came back.
Oh shit!
But we all know why Vito's here.
Again. Oh my god! I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
It's all good. Let people see the video too.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello? Can you hear me?
We hear you, Vito.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've been away because there's no boxing. But
Vito
real
finally came back.
Real quick here. Everyone seems to be an expert on AJ's opinion. The boxing voice, you've been doing that a lot. Like whenever he says something, you take things out of context and then use it against him. So I'm not surprised if everyone else is doing the same thing now. But the thing is, my point here is this. Now, for you, for the whites that are slagging him off on Twitter, Let me ask you a question. Are you actually, do you believe you're not a racist? Because if you post a resume, if you post your CV, you know, how many callbacks, if you're a black man, you know, how many callbacks do you get as opposed to whites? So when a black man finally speaks up and say, support your own, you get mad when the whole world is doing it. I mean, the Asians do it, the Eastern Europeans do it, the Jews do it, the Arabs do it. So why on earth will you be mad? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's a black man with a large platform where the whole world will actually listen. That strikes a nerve in the white society. That makes them angry because they don't want to see a black man with power actually speak out. So if you're actually offended by this, think about it. You say you're not a racist, but you're actually offended by this. You should look in the mirror properly. And to my fellow blacks all over the world, to my fellow blacks in America, why is it now that you have to be like, oh, AJ, I'm in support of this, and I shout out to that brother for standing up. When it comes to blacks, when it comes to Wilder versus AJ, why do you have to pick a side? Why do you have to be like, oh, that's not a real black man? This is the problem we're having in the black society, in the black community. We don't unite. We're not united. So why now? And undermining the fact that this is about AJ, some idiot, I've been listening to the call for over an hour now, some idiot managed to sneak Wilder in there and make it seem to be like Wilder versus AJ thing. I mean, this is so dumb.
Vito, thank you for calling in.
Yo,
But I
for
feel
real,
you, man.
I can feel the pain in his voice, and what is some of the stuff that he's saying, you can tell that he lived through some injustice. So shout out, that was a great call, I'm telling you. And he's right, we need to unite. I can feel the pain, Vito, man.
Definitely.
Thanks for the call, man. And please, Doomsday, give him a champ because you know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
My man.
You got to give him a chizzy. The chizzy. Yeah. Who is he? Yo. Listen, man, that's it. That's the last call. We got the everybody. Intrigue gets a boomerang because that's who he is.
Intrigue, el increíble.
Appreciate that exposure, Mario, but that ain't gonna save you from what's gonna happen on Saturday. But Ness, you know what I mean? Like all that song, that what you gonna watch when you watch, that's all commercial rap, which is something I had to work towards. You know what I mean?
Where
When
the
I first started,
mixtapes at, man? Send me a link.
they out there, you know what I mean, on my mixtapes, you know what I mean, with classic hip hop, you know what I mean? So I'm one of them artists that can do both. I can switch up, do whatever, and I ain't out of my league, you know what I mean? You know, some folks can do it and kind of sound that way, but don't really be that person. I'm not that. I'm that guy that I came up with New Jersey, New York cats in the South, spitting bars, running ciphers, running freestyle battles. So, you know, Mario, that's why I say, man, don't listen to that material thinking you got it easy, bro. Because I'm coming with
You
straight
sound
heat.
scared, man.
I've been waiting to do this. I watch Smack. I love watching Smack. You know what I mean, battles, and I've been wanting to get my hands on somebody. That's why I wanted Mario.
So you ain't never done this. He just admitted he ain't never done this.
I ain't never done it, but this might be.
Oh man, oh man, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Stick to what you do best.
Yo, my man is straight promoting his album, and good for him. I might promote it myself.
Bruh, when the album drop, B?
Man, I just dropped the single Friday, Remember Me. You know what I mean? So
it's on
you know
iTunes?
what I mean? It's on iTunes, it's on all streaming platforms.
I'm about to go stream this right now, man. That's what that's what I was thirsty for. Some content, man. Let me see what this is. What's this called? Remember Me?
Remember Me.
What, like
Yeah.
member or remember?
Just put in
Remember,
intrigue and he'll pop up. He popped up right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he ain't
You had to
playing.
put. Oh, there you go. Intrigue.
hey,
You're right.
All right, here
hey,
we go.
What's it
I got
called?
him.
we
What?
sit
There you go. You know
Nah,
what? Let
this
me
a different
download all his
intrigue.
albums.
This a different intrigue
we
with
sit-
Pitbull. You got a feature with Pitbull.
nah, that's a female group. You got to put Intrigue the Incredible in. D.A. Incredible. Intrigue the Incredible.
Yeah, it popped up right when I put intrigue. It popped up. It popped up when I put NTRI and it popped up intrigue the
You got to put
incredible.
the right. You got to put it's
Yeah,
N.
I see it. I see it. I see it. I got it now.
Yeah, we got what 20,000 streams right now on Spotify. I don't know what we had on iTunes.
Ballin'. So
Yeah,
what's the latest
You
one?
you lucky
remember?
those numbers don't go
Oh, I
backwards
got
because
it.
after Saturday they're
I
gonna
got
start
it.
going the other way.
Ah, I hear you.
All right, Intrigue. Let me get to Trey. I ain't forget you, Trey. I was going up and down. What up?
Nah, man, you was about to hang up,
I
bro.
wasn't going no. I got hella
Chill,
people. Look,
Chizzy.
Brandon there, Lids Loaded, Big Nick there.
Oh, all
There's
right.
mad
Hey,
people
man,
there.
listen. For everybody who's talking about Unite, y'all obviously haven't been out to any of the protests or watched any of the protests, man. Everybody's out there. Every race, everybody. So, like I said earlier, are the weird motherfuckers who coming out saying shit and now they got to backpedal because their careers is on the line, they lose money. Hey, did y'all hear that that Drew Brees apology? That dude apologized like 7 times, man. What they say to that man in the locker room, man? Who pulled that man to the side, man? He 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 released like a 30-page letter on Instagram. He released like 4 or 5 more videos. He released his shit with a black and white hand, man. You motherfuckers is despicable. You said what you said, and we heard you. That's all I'm gonna say. And oh shit, I had something else, y'all, but that's my call. Go ahead.
All right, we got Lids Low. What up, Decatur, Georgia?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Shout out to Baldy, you know what it is. All right, I'm gonna run through my thing real quick as I do. I'm for the criminal fight, all down for it. Let's get it on. Let's see some shit happen. Hey, didn't Deontay Wilder supposed to have his surgery? Did he have that?
I thought he had the surgery. That's what the boss said was injured. Isn't he rehabbing already?
Okay, cool, bang. Just want to make sure everything was on track with that. As far as Ryan Garcia, man, he funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Calling out everybody, then have to go against a whole nother type of person. So that's, it is what it is. For Willie Monroe Jr., I'm happy for him to get the opportunity. Hey, bro, if you listening, I hope you know what I'm saying, getting on your shit, excuse me language, and, come to fight. Shakur Stevenson can beat McGregor right now. And as far as all that racism shit, shot, you know what's funny? Like somebody said way early in the show, shot, as long as we shooting the ball, goddamn, entertaining them is all good. But once we want to say something, now it's a problem. Anybody can see, man, putting a knee on somebody's neck, shot. That shit ain't called for. But I ain't gonna go into everything. But I want everybody to think about this. If every black athlete stopped playing the sports, think about that shit. And then think about all our other brown brothers. So if our black people wake up like we are, I ain't gonna say we ain't, cause we waking up, and that's good. But we need to keep this shit rolling, man, cause we need to get I ain't gonna say what we owe, but what we got already. We just need to strengthen that. And ain't nothing wrong with supporting the black dollar, dog. We've been buying that shit forever. I'm out, man. Y'all be easy.
Let me get to Brandon, Cincinnati.
Yo, Ness, what up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As far as Canelo, man, I mean, at this point, it's getting pathetic. You got 12 lost Gabe Rosado. You got Willie the Worm. Might as well throw JoJo Dan in there. Ted Cheeseman. Somebody like that. He digging in the, down below the barrel now, trying to find guys. If he the cash cow, I mean, they should have some money to pay at least a decent guy to come fight Canelo if he's such the cash cow with or without a gate. As
You ain't
far
see
as
the Financial Times article?
nah, what the zone going broke?
Well, they're looking for investors. They did find $2 billion though so far.
Okay, so either way it go, man. I mean, come on, man. Willie the Worm. I mean, that's garbage. But Deontay Wilder and Fury. Christmas in Australia, I mean, it's cool. I don't care. I wasn't planning on going to see it live, so I don't care where it's at. Christmas is a big basketball day, though, and they usually have like star players playing. So you might get a LeBron game or a game with like Golden State and Steph Curry. Do you want to compete with them type of NBA stars for viewership? I don't know. You're not probably gonna beat out LeBron or Steph Curry games and stuff like that. So might not be a good idea. As far as the AJ situation, I mean, I said it in the chat. Sky Sports doesn't have to agree with the opinion of AJ. So just because they took it down, they don't have to agree with it. What's the beginning of your intro? I always say, the opinions of the panelists don't coincide with the sponsors, the partners, or its affiliates. So, and they're an affiliate of AJ. So his opinion ain't got to be their opinion. It's a perfect example of that. I know you don't watch other sports. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys owner, back when everybody was kneeling for police brutality and stuff, a lot of his players wanted to kneel. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Errol Spence buddy, he told all his players, if y'all plan on kneeling, y'all gonna get cut. Don't plan on playing with me no more. We ain't doing the kneeling stuff over here. And not one player had the balls to take a knee and say, forget what this guy talking about. So perfect example of where, the employer don't got to agree with what the employee's opinions is. And that's pretty much sums it up on that. So AJ stood on his shield, but don't seem like Sky Sports agree with his opinions on this situation. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think Shakur Stevenson to beat Conor McGregor. I mean, we've seen professional boxers not be able to touch this kid. Like literally touch. Have we seen this guy get hit clean yet? I don't know.
Yeah, man, but we ain't seen him get hit in his division, and somebody bigger landing them punches. I don't know. I'm not saying anything other than that, but Big Nick, UK.
Yo, what's up, Les, man? You good?
Nah, man. I need to jump in the DeLorean, man. We need to go back and like take 30 minutes back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! I just want to say, listen, man. Shout out to the boxing gods, because boy, they got you to apologize.
I mean, look, I thought it was not there, so
Oh, sorry, I can't stop laughing, man. But listen, first thing I just want to say on the Ryan Garcia thing, man. I ain't really seen too much of Ryan Garcia, but I will say from what I've seen of him, he's giving me Amir Khan vibes, man. It's the chin. It's the chin. He's really giving me Amir Khan vibes. And if I'm Golden Boy, I would pull back on him just a little bit. Like I can see he's chomping at the bit to probably get some of the big names, but I'll just pull back on him. And also just in regards to the AJ stuff, man. Listen, I kind of agree with what Brandon said, but also the problem is AJ doesn't have to sign with Sky Sports neither. And I think Sky Sports have been doing AJ dirty since the Ruiz loss, to be honest, where you had a situation where the only people that backed AJ to win the fight was Johnny Nelson and Dillian White, who's his nemesis. They're the only people that gave him his backing, but everybody else in the panel didn't back him. And you would like to think that, people in your corner are going to back you. But this is the thing, man. The problem is, listen, the racist, we see you. We know who you are. Do you know what I mean? You cut the grass, you see the snakes. At the end of the day, I'm with AJ on this. I think the best thing he could do would be to leave Sky Sports anyway, because I think, listen, once he leaves Sky Sports, what are they anyway? All they've got is the soccer and whatever, and that's that. But that's my call on it.
I mean, that's in the works anyway, right? The Zone UK, Sky Sports deal is up next year, 2021. I think it was February, something like that, maybe. But yeah, that is definitely now not the last caller. We still have Landlord, I believe, but it looks like he's not there. So now we are absolutely, yeah, it's over. That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter long show. Very long now that I notice. Very, very long.
Yeah, man, it's getting late for y'all over there. Listen,
Very
catch me
long. Wow.
at Mario Munguia, at Mario Munguia on Twitter, at Mario Munguia on Instagram. And yeah, we're here every morning. Check out Patreon. If you're listening right now and you haven't yet hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the notification. Because yeah, listen, this week we got boxing back and we are going live. And there's also a couple other things we got in the works. So there's going to be shows all over the place, definitely on YouTube, but for sure on Patreon, we're giving them some exclusive content. Don't miss it. Peace.
Catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINZ. Same handle on TikTok. Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. And like my man Marioski said, let me clear my throat. We got boxing bars on Saturday. We got Mondays. Untitled. We have Tuesdays. This Tuesday, obviously, we're going to have a live fight chat because we got boxing that's coming back. So tune into that. Hit that notification bell once again to our YouTube family. If you want to come join us on Patreon, get that $3 cup of coffee, $5 sandwich, or the $15 pizza pie. You come over with us for a month, and if you don't like it, you hit the road. But I guarantee you stay and kick it with us some more. Appreciate you guys. Family, love, and faith.
Ring the alarm, and now the song is dying. Remember that? Yo, you can follow me, TBV_casual on Twitter, as well as my YouTube channel, and on my Patreon. I'm about to post Amir Khan on my shit, and you only gotta pay $3 to watch Amir Khan speak to the casual fan directly. My voice, Amir Khan, what up? Yo, casual fan, boxing voice, right? And then he answers my question. And that's it. Patreon.com/boxing fan apparel. Yo, AJ, I respect AJ for doing it at the moment. I respect Deontay Wilder's poetry. It was emotional. It was passionate. I feel that shit. And I'm all about equality over law and definitely over racism, man. Peace.
Yo, it was a good show, good chats. I enjoyed that, although we got a bit emotional, but that's what it's all about. And that's it, man. Catch me when you catch me.
Peace.
See you.
Peace.